The Dopey and Agnew show, their followers are violent extremists.
I would have ripped his cock off.
They use every derogatory term on the planet, but they can't argue or debate.
You're a waste of life, you fucking pig.
The Dopey and Agnew show is a slot machine.
You have lovely giant breasts.
My nipples are kind of hard right now.
Fuck yeah. They were like little lizards licking at their butts. That's what they done.
It's fucking brilliant.
The Dopey and Agnew show, they breed violent extremists. They call that humor for some reason.
Welcome to the program.
These people are not part of the human race. These are anti-human.
Maybe suck a tits or something.
That's what they're all about, picking on the most vulnerable in society.
Ducky, ducky, fat, fat.
How dare you question the Dopey and Agnew show? Get used to it, man.
Let's go fucking have a good time, you know what I mean?
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Ah, yes. No palaver here. 9 palaver. Amy. Hi. Opie and Anthony show. Where's, Z-Rock? Z-Rock around?
He wasn't.
I don't know if it's the reflection or is he, yeah.
E-Rock is taking a shit. E-Rock is taking a shit.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I guess, E-Rock's back in. He tried sliding back in, so he couldn't get the shit sweeper, but we put it in there anyway. I knew he was back, but just want everyone to know that he was just taking a shit. Mm-hmm. So it fell into the plus or minus, give or take. He was taking a shit.
There another one?
Oh, there's another one?
E-Rock is taking a shit. E-Rock is taking a shit.
Why is it so mechanical?
Yeah. Why is it such a major announcement?
Yeah. Well, that's supposed to let everybody know that he's indeed out and not at his post. He deserts his post when he has to take a dump like that.
We'll look up and hope we have a music bed or something, and we'll just see an empty booth, and then someone says, "Sweetie's making a doo-doo."
Yeah. Sweetie's making a doo-doo. Well, Opie and Anthony show. Was Opie absent today? Let's take attendance. Anthony, here. Jim Norton.
Here.
I'm here. Jim Norton's here.
I'm blowing my nose. But I'm here.
Sam Roberts.
Present.
Danny Ross.
Here.
All right. Mars.
Aki.
Aki.
Eric Nagel.
Eric Nagel.
Good morning.
Greg Hughes. Hughes. No, see? He's. I think he's out then.
That's how they... did you ever see them? I saw them do that in a show at a soldier's wake.
Oh, right. Yeah, they do that.
Where they announce everybody...
terrible.
And the soldiers here, they all stand up except the one who's the wake they're at, and then it's just silent. It's like, oh,
yeah, it's like,
holy
what?
fuck!
They know he's not going to say here.
That would be creepy. Some dick in the back one here,
some prankster, a prankster at a wake,
just ruin the effect.
Here, no, that's terrible.
It was chilling when they do that. Though.
Oh yeah. Anytime they do that, the missing man formation with the planes, anytime the riderless horse, that thing, they did that for Kennedy. I know that. I think don't they do that for every dead president?
I think with Kennedy, they actually had an intern whose vagina was just empty. There was no one in it.
They had the horse actually fuck her because the horse was tense.
They had that Beardsley girl upside down in the back of a horse with her feet in the air.
Do the horse a favor. He's tense. The horse is tense.
He's got his hoofs in the pool water. He hasn't had any oats. Why do I sound Irish?
His hooves. Yes, very tense. I guess we got Robert Kelly coming in a little bit. Boo, Bobby, boo. Well, I would like to get his take on the Patriot. He's a big Boston guy, and we heard from Jimmy, who was over his house during the Super Bowl, that he was none too pleased with the Pats' performance in the Super Bowl.
He was a horrible host.
Yeah.
His wife was fun. They made she made a lot of delicious snacks.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I bet she has to know how to make a lot of delicious snacks.
Bet she does.
That's a prerequisite.
Yeah, there's a big. They all have hay in them though for some reason for him. But we had a nice time with Bob and his friend and whose name I don't remember, and myself and his wife.
Yeah.
But as the game progressed, but I got it. I wasn't mad. Like I'm a fan of, so I understand being a twat when your team is losing.
That is true, man. It is infuriating.
He was just at the TV. What the fuck? Turn the volume down because we wouldn't have to hear Chris Collins. I'm like, we don't want to just listen to you. Put the volume on.
You turned the volume back up and annoyed him.
Yeah, that was when he went downstairs. I was turning up so he could hear Chris Collinsworth. Eli Manning really threaded a needle there. Yeah, we know, Chris.
Was he just downstairs going, shut that off, dude?
Did I show you the picture of him?
No. What is he, annoyed?
Yeah, of course. He's like, don't Twitter pictures of my house. So I didn't.
Why?
He was just upset. No matter what I was trying to do.
Poor Bobby. I tried to call him on our Super Bowl wrap-up show that we were doing from my house, and he wouldn't answer the phone. It just went to a message, and a bunch of drunks just yelled into the mics, "Dad, Dad, Dad." By the way, that's up on iTunes right now, the Super Bowl wrap-up show.
Hold on one second.
Go there and check that out.
I have this picture somewhere.
Angry Bobby. But we did get Bill Burr on the phone, so that was pretty fun.
That's
Bill
Bob in his bed
everyone.
downstairs.
Oh, no, look at him. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. He looks like one of those people that can't get out of bed. Like they have to pull him through a wall if he's sick. He literally, that doesn't look flattering.
No.
He looks like all he needs is a little garbage around him, and he's a hoarder.
And a house dress. Like he needs to be wearing a one-piece house dress.
A moo-moo.
Yeah, big moo-moo.
That's what he says. Yeah. Okay. That's what Danny just pulled up a picture of some big fatty in bed.
But his leg is all the way out to the left. Is that because he can't go in front of him?
It looks chopped off. Yeah, fat people end up doing a split, which is kind of ironic since they're fat and shouldn't be nimble. But the fatter they get, even when they're sitting in a seat, a chair, it looks like they're doing a split like a frog or Humpty Dumpty or something. I don't know what it is. I was watching that show, that 600-pounder show on, is it TLC, that one? That TLC is fucking fantastic. And they had this, it's like the people that weigh 600 pounds, and then they had to lose it. And this show ran a course of something like 7 years. They did this documentary on this woman, and she lost the fucking weight. She went from 600 pounds down to like, normal person weight. And but she went through so many horrific operations to remove excess skin.
Oh, wow.
She got infections and stuff. It was it's not an easy thing to do. You can't just stop eating and lose weight.
But who is she? Now, is she married?
She was married to some enabling fucking guy who wasn't fat initially. Oh, God damn, that person looks like pizza. Yeah. She was married to some enabling guy. And the second she started, she got her stomach stapled, And right when she did that, before she lost any weight, the husband starts, like, hitting her with things like, oh, you're just going to leave me.
Yuck.
I took care of her for all these years. Now I don't know what to do. I don't think she needs me anymore. Like, just that whole me thing.
Yeah, that
was all
his
about
thing. Him and his needs, and he was a caretaker and afraid of being let. Oh,
he
yuck.
loved when she became incapacitated and couldn't even move out of her bed because then she depended completely on him, and that was that. And in the end, I think the marriage did just end.
She started fucking a black guy in the neighborhood.
Yeah, just started when her ass reached a point where it was actually attractive to black gentlemen. After she lost 10 pounds, 590 pounds is really where it should be. Yeah, she started losing weight, and then they had to cut off the excess skin. They showed us she lifted up her house dress, and this giant thing, it looked like a giant lumpy scrotum fell out from between her legs. Yeah. And she goes, yeah, that's a fat fucking lump, and that has to be removed. I think it was growing off the inside of her thigh. Just disgusting things happen to fat people.
Yeah, when you get to be that morbidly obese, it really is amazing. It's amazing to me that somebody still feeds you, that somebody still... How do you tolerate somebody sitting on a toilet for 2 years? You don't bring them food, they're getting up to eat.
Yeah.
but there's always some enabler.
Oh, is that real? Is that fucking legit?
Yeah, she looks happy at least.
Did you see that story, Jimmy? You just mentioned getting off the toilet. That Chinese woman that was
Yes.
sitting on the toilet for
2
like
years.
5 years. I think it was longer
years?
than
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sat on the toilet.
Yeah, and she said something like, I think in the article it said that when asked like why she wouldn't leave, she just said that every time she tried to get up to leave, she just felt a force pulling her back down onto the toilet.
A force.
And she sat and she ate all of her meals there and only left the toilet to shower, and she only showered 8 times over that course of that time.
Wow.
How do you do that?
And the husband, how does the husband?
What do you do on the toilet all day?
What kind of a butt hickey must you get?
What if she closed the lid at all?
Oh, yeah? You think she sits on there? I thought Danny was going to say when she gets up, she felt like she had a shit again. It's like every time for years, you're like, all right, I think I got a shit. I think there's some left.
I only hate that when you put so much effort into cleaning up, and you're like, fuck, I just wasted all that time and paper.
Yeah,
In the back of the fucking toilet. But there's nothing worse than that when you don't. I took a shit recently.
How do we get here already?
Oh, I know. It just goes right to
Already,
it.
I was like, oh my god, it's all, after 6:20, we haven't touched this. We're gonna lose people if we don't. And I felt a fleck of shit way up in the middle of my back. I'm like, what happened?
How did that happen?
I don't know. It was horrible.
Wow, sometimes
No
I
more
could
shitting and
crawl
head
up
standing.
there. No, you can't do that.
She's not even as fat as other people except for her
No.
legs.
That one's disgusting. What happens when like the skin gets all like crusty and flaky? Like what is that?
Man, there's just some kind of skin disease that happens.
Oh, it's
I think
terrible.
It's a lack of
it's like
circulation.
black and brown over, or like on
Yeah,
parts of
she's
it?
getting like gangrene or some shit.
Is that bed sores? Is that what that is?
Maybe that's it too.
Look
I
at how
don't know.
awful her fucking mattress is. Like, look at how beat down and just sad that mattress is.
Nothing, no springs could take that. She needs shock absorber springs from fucking semis or something. Oh, look at the legs and everything. I don't get it.
How'd
I
this
don't
woman look
fucking
when
get
she
it.
lost the weight?
I actually think that might be a
With
guy.
clothes on, she looked kind of normal.
No.
Because I think I saw that show, not the show Ant's talking about, that
No
show with
way.
that guy that we were just
Oh,
looking at.
Jesus
That's a
Christ.
gal. She's
That
lovely.
one is, yeah.
There's just lumps of fat falling off the couch. She's laying on the couch sideways, trying to do a sexy pose.
But how do
What
you?
that is.
How do you not just kill her?
Yeah. She looked normal with her clothes on, but she was so scarred up, front, back. She looked like Frankenstein because they did so many operations to remove her excess skin that she was all cut up, like fucking scars everywhere on her. At one point, they had like her back. They had to put drains all over her body to drain the fucking like fluids that would just leak out of her.
The smells that must have been coming
From
out
the
of those?
infections. Yeah, just fucking disgusting. And, yeah, that show is a winner. Oh, man.
What's that?
Is that
one of the
some-
scars from having your excess skin removed.
Oh, from the underarm?
Yeah.
It doesn't, they don't know how to do it and not leave giant scars.
Yeah.
And you still have this flabby skin on you, lasagna skin, giant scarring. It's no fix.
I guess the option is that you die 500 pounds. I mean,
Right,
It's cosmetic. I mean, you know, you can probably live a very good life if you
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, how much did she get down to? How much did that enchanting lady get down to?
Like 100 and something. You know, she was under 200 pounds. She didn't look all that bad with clothes on, like I said. But yeah, she looked human at least. When she was that fat, people that fat walk around. They're just freaks of nature. People just look at them like they're fucking freaks.
Yeah.
Bobby's gonna love coming in after this conversation.
I
And
just
doesn't
love
he listen to the show on his way in and shit?
You went from Bob Kelly coming in to other morbidly obese people.
Yeah, other morbidly obese. You're implying that he is indeed morbidly obese.
Well, that's where the conversation naturally went. It's an observation.
Bob Kelly to fat people to shitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, we also have Daryl Hammond coming in. He's coming in
forgot
at
my
about
book. God
8 o'clock.
damn it.
Oh, did you forget your book?
I finished it yesterday. I
Do
loved
you
it.
think Roland has an extra copy, maybe?
Yeah.
And he could get that signed? Now, I didn't read the book.
Supposed to admit you didn't do your homework.
I'm not one of them readers. Yeah, and I didn't do homework in school when it was really important. So I don't do homework for work. I don't read books and whatnot. I like a good periodical. I like a good magazine. I'll read the shit out of a magazine.
So if Daryl Hammond were promoting an article he had written about himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know everything front
see.
to back on that one. But anything with a hard cover on it, no. Anything with a thick bunch of pages, I can't do it. I don't mind reading them once I start. I just can't get started. I look at a book and go, no fucking way.
It's intimidating.
The only times I've read books is when I picked them up and start reading it for some reason, and then I'm like, oh, this is kind of good. I'm imagining this and making pictures in my head like a movie, but it's in my head. I don't know how that even works.
You should pick up Daryl Hammond's book. It's very interesting.
Have you read it?
I read
wait for the movie.
The first, I don't know, few pages.
I'll wait for the SNL sketch.
30, 40 pages of it.
It's very good.
You think they could make a comedy sketch, a skit out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would think
Where
so.
he's a cutter?
He's just drunk everywhere, yeah.
Drunk everywhere. And is he clean and sober now?
I believe he is now, yeah.
For how long?
I hope so. I don't know. It'd be interesting to ask him that. I don't know.
I believe there are stories in that book that say he was using crack in 2010.
Yeah.
That's a mere 2 years ago at most.
He,
Did
there's
he?
one story he's told. I found myself invested in some of the people in his book, like, because he told some rehab stories.
Oh.
And there was one really hot, like, 18-year-old in the rehab.
Well, what was his name?
It was Lance. And yes, he was on a helicopter in Vietnam when a flare got shot in. No, it was right to Apocalypse Now. Of course. It was some 18-year-old, and he said that she was really promiscuous. And she would always say, let's go out and party, and she would take guys out for methadone.
Why is that so fucking hot? Like, I don't know what it is about rehab girls, girls that are institutionalized, that just seems so available.
And then she said he was in group one time. He said she walked in. I guess she just wanted. She's like, look, I'll eat any pussy. I'll suck any cock.
Whoa!
And then she's like, I'll even fuck that fat fuck. And she pointed at some like fat religious preacher or something who was there. And I'm like, I've been obsessed with finding this girl. Turn me on. And I know it's very sick, and she's a damaged girl. But I found myself very intrigued by some of the people he would talk about in his rehab stints.
Wow. That is something like I don't know why, and when you do take the humanity out of it, it does seem pretty easy to get laid with those girls. You know, you just kind of coax them with a little bit of the drugs that they're in rehab for. It's a terrible thing to say.
It really is
do.
a horrible
It's
way
horrible,
to look at it.
But it's that sex thing that just kind of wields its ugly face and dick.
I find myself only enjoying sex if it feels like a drug. Then I like it. Like if it feels like a drug, if it feels like I'm using a drug, then I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how does sex turn into that? I mean, it feels good. Like the the payoff and the whole thing leading up to the payoff feels pretty good. Is that drug like?
No.
Oh man.
No.
Like you're not supposed to do it?
Something has to be drug-like about it. Yeah, something has to feel like...
You got to go cop some pussy?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Seedy.
Let's see a dealer.
Some guy has to show it to me, and I have to grab the pussy and drive away really quick. Yeah, it has to feel seedy.
Oh, wow.
Or hurtful.
You can't just have loving... You can't make love.
Make love. Didn't that happen in Carnal Knowledge? Wasn't that the problem with...
Nicholson?
Yeah, with Nicholson's character. He just could not have normal sex anymore.
Don't remember. I haven't seen it. Who else is in that?
I think it is. Art Garfunkel.
Jesus.
Very odd casting of that movie. But I think I remember that Nicholson reached a point where he just couldn't have regular sex. He was having so much sex during the movie with people, and he couldn't have normal sex anymore. It had to be some kind of... Even a girl that he did care about, she had to portray this hooker and filthy whore for him to even have it mean anything.
Yeah, otherwise my dick just lays there like a knotted piece of rope, bored out of its mind. I can actually see Z's coming off it.
I don't know. I still love just fucking, your normal kind of sexual intercourse thing. I like that. I hate how I'm portrayed, I guess, people, because I get a lot of Twitter links that I click on that people think are going to be very exciting to me. One thing that I do not find sexy at all, and people assume I find very sexy, chicks with guns. I don't find it fucking sexy. Enough with the chicks with guns. And you're going to love this one. And there's some stripper-looking bitch holding an AK-47. She's all greased up and shit. Not sexy. I don't like my guns and sex together. Sorry. Doesn't work for me. Like guns, like sex. Like guns, like naked chicks. Naked chicks and guns together? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, she's fine. She's a little, little, very average-looking, white,
plain
trashy
Jane.
girl, but she's holding a gun. She doesn't have to be holding the gun. I don't look at her and go, oh, she said, oh, and with the gun, ooh.
You don't like the links people send you?
No, people are dumb. I've seen the door handles for the house that look like guns. I wouldn't put them in my house, no. I like guns. I don't like gun things, gun fucking tchotchkes.
You don't need every element of your life to be a reminder that you enjoy firearms.
If the doorknobs on every door in my house were little gun grips that you twist and pull the trigger to open the door, I mean, they have these and people tweeting me these. And you go check this out. No, I don't.
You should put them on your front door just in case you were wondering.
Let the neighbors know. Yeah.
I shoot people.
Stay away. Yeah, I don't know. People send me the dumbest shit and think I want to see it. Then they send me shit I saw fucking weeks or months ago. You see this? See it. We talked about it on the air. We played it. I don't expect people to know everything, but you got to assume that I've probably seen it.
I like that, this concept that the listeners think that they know you and what you like based on how familiar they've gotten with you, and they send you things and you hate them.
Yes. Well, all right, you put it that way, Sam. Smart ass.
Just like, oh, he's going to love this. And then you get on the air and you're just like, stop sending me shit.
Hey, he's going to love it.
Did you see those Back to the Future shoes?
Wow. Dude, I didn't see those. I know. God. I do like some of the stuff that I get sent. Some of the links I get sent when it, sometimes reinforces some ideologies I do have. I saw a story yesterday that was very interesting about some more sneakers. I guess there was a problem in the mall.
The foam Nikes?
Yeah, the foam Nikes came out. They had over 100 people and maybe 80 or so pair of sneakers in the store. And they didn't figure that would be a problem since it's been a problem every time they do this. And
they look pretty cool, actually. But I mean, they're very comfy.
Do they?
They're probably very comfortable, yeah.
I've never looked at sneakers that black people have fought over at stores and thought I ever wanted them. No.
Well,
sorry.
I can't even shop at regular sneaker places anymore because all of the designs are so loud and tacky.
They
it's
look
like I can't,
so wacky.
I'm not buying no fucking shiny purple shoes with springs on it. Get the fuck out of my face.
It looks like car upholstery, like it's button tucked and. It looks like a booth in an old restaurant.
You don't like the wood trim? There's a wood trim around the
like an old station wagon.
Grand Cherokee from the 70s.
Shit.
No, these are actually Air Jordans. I don't think I ever owned. I not to make it about me again, but the ankle. I can't have high top shoes because they make my ankles hurt.
Oh, do they? I thought they would give you more support.
I
Jimmy.
would think so too, but they're not.
Yeah?
That is the irony of it.
You were never able to wear Chucks?
No.
High top Chucks?
No.
Yeah.
I don't love, but these looked comfy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My mommy wouldn't let me wear the high top Chucks, man.
Why not?
I resented that for many years because she, and to quote my mother, she said, that's what the niggers wear. I'm just being honest.
She said it to you?
That's what my mother said.
It really is taught in the home.
It really is. It was a learned thing. But she did say that. That word was thrown around the Cumia household like the word the, was, you bitch.
Who was
and,
worse?
You cheating motherfucker. Things like that.
Oh, so there was a lot of awful things said in the house.
Oh, terrible things, Jimmy. Terrible things. But that was one. She didn't want me wearing the high tops because she didn't want me looking like one of those people.
You and Daryl, by the way, will have something growing up in a violent or scary household.
Scary
Yours
house.
is worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, you grew up kind of scared.
There was some scary things going on. Again, the word came up whenever. See, it was supposed to be a happy time. Things like my birthday, let's say.
Oh.
My birthday is supposed to be a very happy
How
time.
old?
Any time between I remember and my teen years.
So little Anthony was turning 8 years old.
Little Anthony, perfect example. I'm turning 8 years old.
Yeah.
I get a little card in the mail, and let's say it's from my Aunt Dee Dee. Oh. Aunt Dee Dee and Uncle Roy sent me. Uncle Roy sent me a card, and I open it up, and I see a picture of Hamilton on there. That's a $10 bill, my friend.
Yeah.
And for me, as a kid like that. Wow, huge.
Buy a lot of ice cream bars with that.
Oh, man, could buy a lot of everything. And you know what? I wanted to go out and start spending.
Sure. You're a
but,
kid.
You know, I was informed, and I'm happy. It's my birthday. I want to spend. I was informed that by going out and spending it, I was acting nigger rich. That is another word I heard a lot of because I wouldn't, invest it? I'm 8 years old. What am I buying fucking IBM stock? I want to buy candy. I want to buy those little wax bottles with the Coca-Cola tasting stuff in it. I want to buy dots. I want to buy Necco wafers. And that licorice that was rolled up in the spools. I want to buy candy cigarettes. And I was told through a racial epithet that by spending that money, I was gonna be a terrible person.
So, do you think that maybe some of those bad racial messages you received, perhaps skewer your view?
Oh no, I'm just glad I heard them so it could set me up for what life was really about. It was yes, I do think it did have some effect on me, Jimmy. You cannot look at an upbringing like that in such a racist home and not have it affect me in some way, shape, or form. That maybe I did have certain prejudice, but
now you're at the point where you realize you believe they were correct.
Well, no, I don't think right from the outset I should just be angry at certain people of certain racial backgrounds just based on nothing, just based on my parents throwing horrible epithets around. Gays didn't fare much better in the house either.
No, they didn't like the gays.
The second I did anything that resembled any type of stereotypical feminine behavior.
Like what?
Oh, crying.
Sure, because you're upset about the racial epithets.
Crying, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe World War III between my parents got me a little pissy-eyed, as my father would say. What are you, pissy-eyed? You getting all pissy-eyed, faggot?
Would he really say that?
Oh, yeah.
Call you
Stop
faggot?
being a faggot. Stop being a faggot. I should have taught him and sucked a few dicks.
That's right.
I would have showed him.
Should have taught him. You should have just told him what you had.
That didn't
Dad.
occur to you.
Hey,
You
Pops.
just wanted to go and actually do it.
Yeah, at dinner you should have taken a glass and a spoon and went ding, 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 and they all...
Ding, 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 ding. Hello. Hello. Yeah, but he called me, told me I was getting pissy-eyed. Knock off with the pissy eyes. Pissy eyes? It's called tears. I'm crying. I feel sad.
He wasn't an emotional guy?
Nah. Not really an emotional guy as far as that's concerned. Very emotional when he fought with Mom, though.
He would cry?
No, I mean with anger.
It's passionate.
Yeah, him and Mom would really go at it. Wow. Would they curse at each other. Boy, I see parents these days, if I say fuck or something like that and there's kids in the room, I kind of get the look like, and I go, oh, sorry. And they're very conscious of what the kids are hearing and saying. My parents, fucking 5, 6, 7 years old, I'm hearing, you motherfucking cocksucking fuckface. I remember mom calling my dad a fuckface. And I was just like, it doesn't really make sense, but it was kind of, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I went fuckface. And then a lot of bitch. My mom was, called a bitch a lot of times. And then Dad would storm out and shut the door, and this relief would come over me like, oh, thank God, the argument's over. Oh, God.
Did you ever use those words like when you went to school, or were you scared of them?
No, I was petrified of those words. Would never use them. Yeah, back then, Yeah, you never used those words in school, especially with a teacher and stuff. Now teachers just called cunts and shit like that, and they don't even have to leave the classroom. They're like, all right, settle down.
No, I didn't do the reading. Fuckface.
Fuckface. All right, dude, sit down.
Sit down.
What? The principal would literally walk in the classroom if the teacher called on that hotline next to the door and said that she was called a cunt, and you would get your face beat in. The fucking principal would show up with the gym teacher to work you over. You didn't get away with that shit.
No.
But many of the children were actually learning it at home, so,
It was a balance, because back then kids were probably a little bit better behaved in certain areas because they were afraid of getting the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
But then they turned into fucked up adults.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this generation will turn into fucked up adults too, though.
Yeah, you think you're right.
I think when you look at the mentality of child rearing that brought up the Occupy people, I think there's a problem there. Not the same type of problems that we had, let me tell you. I think we got a lot of psychotic, fucking crazy people because of the way we were raised. But I think you're going to get a lot of, as my father said, pissy-eyed faggots. We're going to get from the way kids are raised today.
But you had them in the 60s, too. They're the same as the Occupy. I think part of it's healthy. Like, you go through this rebellion, and then what happens? What do you do with it? Like, all right, do you kind of mellow out? I think it's healthy to rebel a little bit, even if it's a corny rebellion.
Yeah, that's true. It kind of makes you come into your own, I guess. If you didn't question anything or rebel anything,
right.
You're not really getting an identity of your own. So, yeah, it's healthy to a point. I hate when people do it just because everyone else is doing it, and you're rebelling because you think that's what you're supposed to do. You really don't feel any passion toward what you're doing. But I think everybody just had a fucked up upbringing. I don't think one person really has a what you would consider normal upbringing, because I think that's just a fallacy. I don't think that exists. Normal upbringing. No. I just heard a lot of fun stuff growing up. Yeah. Aunts, uncles. Even something as innocent as just a Brazil nut. Everyone knows what Brazil nuts were called. Nigger toes. It was my grandma would be, and it wouldn't even be like a joke. There wouldn't be any irony to it. It wasn't even that she was like projecting any hatred. It just became so natural to call them that.
That's just what it was
that's
called.
what it was called.
There was an episode on the Louis show where an old lady was going to crack the oven and called them that.
Yeah. And that's, Jesus Christ. Danny pulled up a couple of pictures of some Brazil nuts.
It's just nuts.
They're just nuts. That's it.
I see the comparison.
But boy, you don't realize, and sometimes Jimmy brings this up, as a matter of fact, that we did have some pretty heavy-duty racist, and it wasn't all that long ago, racism. And that's kind of a point. Like, you really wouldn't hear of that these days.
No, it would be shocking
But then it was very
to hear it.
accepted
Yeah.
and just kind of used in certain family circles, especially the Italians. Notorious.
And you'll still hear it, but not nearly as much as you would.
No. I think those people that really accept that are dying off,
Yeah, well, I think that it should be, it doesn't mean it to be a whiny, PC fruit, but
yeah.
there is something to be said for not being a fucking screaming racist.
Exactly. But then on the other hand, I do look at certain things like this sneaker riot and think, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? People pulled knives out. They had to lock down the mall because some people, and it was a predominantly black crowd in Baltimore, I guess, somewhere near Baltimore, over sneakers. Now, let's be real here. There's just a certain segment of society that really goes bullshit over things like this and takes it to the point of stabbing people. And that's got to be dealt with as much as, calling fucking Brazil nuts nigger toes has to be dealt with.
Well, there's a thing in like, you'll see like a lot of, it's like a drug dealer thing too, where a lot of times in black neighborhoods, cars, like you'll see someone who lives in a shitty apartment has an amazing car.
Yeah.
Or, these weird external things are considered these great status. I guess everyone likes status symbols.
Yeah.
But it's almost irrational a lot of times in black culture, the way certain status symbols are taken over common sense. It's like, it's a pair of sneakers. What are you pulling a knife? There's no rational thinking behind some of it. It's just, I don't know why it's so important.
I don't either.
What that represents.
I think there is this lack of self and community respect that it just becomes this very materialistic thing. I watch so many videos where it's just, let's say there's a party going on, there's some hip-hop blasting, and you will see people with, their pants down around their ass, holding up money. Like everybody's fanning out some cash and waving it into the camera with one hand and throwing up a gang sign with the other. And it's like, really? What is that? What is that supposed to make people think? Like, wow, he's a player. This guy with $17.
The one that thinks it's $17.
I love that. He's holding up a gang sign with his right hand, and his left hand he's got $17, and he's trying to be all hoard.
And the song,
I'm hoard.
And it says, now that's gangsta.
Yeah. See, I don't see that being real gaudy, I don't, I'm not feeling it, yo. But, there is just this this thing with the material possessions like that. I guess, if you're denied them for years, maybe that's it. I'm pretty done with trying to figure out the whys. I'm really at the old crotchety just knock it off point in my career here. All right, stop it. I don't need answers.
There's a point to that too. I mean, Bill Cosby, you can say feels like that. And Bill Cosby gets called out a lot. I think black people love Bill Cosby and they know that he's pretty much right. But he's just he says it like he sees it, and that annoys a lot of people. A lot of the black people still have this thing where you're judged against white people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you do something that's like, in whites there's conservatives, there's liberals, whatever it is. But if you do something too conservative and you're black, like, you're a sellout.
Yep.
They tie everything into a relationship with white people.
Yeah, how it relates to
a lot of things.
The ruling class, as they would call white people.
I don't know exactly what that is.
I don't know either. I don't know how it's ever going to be dealt with either. I mean, we've discussed it many times.
It changes.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. It's just generations. We don't see it because we're here.
Yeah.
But when you look back and you say, like, when you were growing up, they would call it those nuts nigger toes. Like, that's unacceptable today.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
But you didn't see the
today.
change happening. Like, one day you didn't wake up and go, oh, I shouldn't say that anymore. It's kind of shitty. You just look back and go, oh, fuck, look at how much things have changed.
But there's just, there's something going on with young black men that I just can't understand. It doesn't seem like it's very that white people can assimilate to that very easily. Doesn't seem like they can assimilate to what we would call just society very easily. When I see that, the holding up the money, the chicks just bent over, shaking their ass with fucking guys behind them, literally butt fucking them on the dance floor. It's like, it just seems odd to me.
But they're not that different. I mean, no, because look what happens when you see big rappers. Like 50 Cent was a drug dealer who was shot in the face.
Yeah.
And and there's a picture in the paper today, like Jay-Z and Liza Minnelli backstage. Like when those guys who are hardcore rappers, look at Snoop.
Seems to
He's
come
a
with
gangbanger.
Cash, but it seems to come with cash, though. It doesn't seem to come with just this experience. It seems that you need money to bring some of these people into the fold. You know what I mean? To realize, oh, there is a different way of life out there. Like this to me is one of the most frightening scenes I've ever seen in my life. It's just a video Danny pulled up of obviously a party, all black people at a party. They're just flipping the bird and gang signs to
that would
to
scare
the camera.
That would scare a lot of black people. Depends on what side of the fence. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be in a gang fucking
man.
a gang dance.
Look at these chicks are just like bending over, laying on the floor, getting fucked. What is that? Stop doing that. Our ass is moving.
But when I grew up, my friends were very split, and I spent a lot of my life in black households, like with
your Kango hat.
Yeah, but before that childish phase.
Yeah,
and it was the same. I mean, there was just no difference.
Yeah,
it really wasn't. It wasn't this foreign, weird world.
I don't know. It's
at all.
All right, James. James is on line 4, I guess. Can we chat with James from Cleveland? James.
Hey, what's going on, Ann?
Hi, sir.
I've been listening to the show for a really long time, and I know you touch on this every once in a while, but have you really, ever really hung out with any, black people or try to, relate to them on any level?
Yeah, the only one, he just died recently. That's about it. No. Actually, I have, but it's like a one-on-one thing where it's very my neck of the woods. Like it's black people that have come into my white fold instead of the other way around.
Right.
But now, if it's the other way around, and let's say I went to a party like we're watching on the computer right here, or I went to a cookout where it was predominantly black people, I would probably feel uncomfortable. I would probably feel like I absolutely didn't fit in. I would feel like that.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you, okay, I'm a black guy. I drag race. I talked to you about this before. I drag race. I do a lot of what, quote unquote, is white culture things.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that uncomfortability like that, but yet I'm able to go, my roommate, he's a white guy, he's an engineer, just one step away from a doctorate.
So you're a weird exception.
But we'll still go to all these cabarets and parties, and he doesn't feel out of place either. And he doesn't. There's no problems that pop off, and it's some of the same like stereotypical parties that you bring up. But I don't see you bringing up like there's multiple folds of black people instead of just this gang signs. What's going on, yo? Shit.
Well, those are the parties I tend to see online. So, I mean, I'm not seeing just a regular how do you do party because I guess those don't make it onto the internet because no one really cares. Hi, Bobby Kelly. Bobby's here. Bobby.
And don't you, we're talking about Anthony and just race and stuff.
Yeah.
But black guys, you're like, you love guns. You know more about guns than
Well,
than
legal
any
guns.
Doesn't matter. You still love talking about guns.
Yeah.
You love what guns represent. You love fucking looking at young pussy. Like, what? You're not different.
You like dancing?
You know, well, yeah, the dancing he splits on. But you have a tremendous amount in common with young hip hop. Hip hop guys would probably like talking to you a lot more than me.
Well,
and I enjoy their music more than you do, but they would probably enjoy talking to you a lot more than
See,
they
but
enjoy talking to me.
I wouldn't appreciate talking to somebody who doesn't respect having legal guns. I also believe it or not, somebody that just really treats women horrifically. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That I couldn't get along with. It just seems to me that it's such a different culture that I could not possibly fit in. I'm not saying that I'm the one that's so high and mighty and right here. It's my own fault. I don't think I could fit into certain cultures, and I think predominantly black parties and outings and stuff, I wouldn't be able to fit in.
Do you think that Anthony needs to spend more time around black people?
Of course, I do think Anthony needs to spend more time around black people, but the thing is, he likes to spend, every time he talks about it, he likes to talk about the extreme. That's like me trying to say, like, every last single Republican, some racist white guy.
Well, that's what they're portrayed as. Well, they're portrayed that way.
But it's not. I know this for a fact. That's a lie.
You're an anomaly.
No, the black people you're scared of are the black people that most other black people are scared of.
Yeah?
Yeah, young gangsters are scary to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody...
It's niggas. I don't want to be around niggas. Fuck that. Good shit.
A 15-year-old gangster with a gun is a frightening prospect to anybody. And anybody who's kind of law-abiding doesn't like a 15-year-old with a fucking gang signs and it's frightening.
So what type of get-togethers are we talking about that I would fit into? What type of African-American get-togethers?
I guarantee you, the same way that you barbecue in your backyard and stuff.
It's white trash, though.
It's karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see. It's like, fire up the karaoke machine, motherfucker. Go sing some Pearl Jams and shit.
Yeah, get some Great White on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Fire that shit up.
So like this, I'm in the car club. I'm in this car club called Crown Vic.
You're so white.
Yeah. Do guys in your car club call you the Cruiser? You see stripes?
Call me the Cruiser.
It's mostly black guys with Crown Vic with big brims on and everything.
They used to be in the back seat of the Crown Vics, though.
That's the reason we buy them, where we can fit in the front seat. So, hey.
All right, well, the thing, I just wanted to see what you said. Have I ever tried to relate?
Appreciate it.
I just don't think you're racist. I just think it's just a little bit
I'm a little ignorant, right?
A little bigoted.
I'm ignat.
Yeah. I really would like to see you hang out with more black people.
Oh.
I think you need to.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You are welcome in the community.
Ooh.
Do you know what I found when I go in, like when I did? I mean, again, it's a little different with TV cameras.
Thank you, sir.
But when I was doing the piece for Leno on the Saints opening day, and we were down in New Orleans under a bridge, and you're talking to these different groups that are partying and tailgating, and when you go to the black area, you are the only white people there.
Yeah.
And these are hardcore guys from New Orleans, and fucking everybody came up and was nice and fun and friendly, and Jay Leno, like every other group we talked to.
Yeah.
It was no uncomfortability. It didn't feel weird. And I know it's different when you're doing a TV taping, but if you looked on the outside at that group, you would have felt nervous going there. But then you get there, and they're the same asses at a barbecue that I just talked to that were fucking white, just happy to be waving to Jay Leno. There was no difference.
But then I see, like, when we went to New Orleans and those black guys were just punching white people walking down the sidewalk, it was like, that infuriated me.
Sure, me too.
It was, like, infuriating because it was totally based on race.
Yeah.
And, and they were just being so fucking nasty. I don't know.
Anytime you see people like you being the victim
Yeah.
of fucking just pointless racism, it stinks and it's enraging and it's emasculating. Like, how many times have you seen, like, you watch 60s videos of fucking blacks just being treated horribly, and you're like, how
Yeah.
the fuck did that happen in this country?
Yeah.
New Orleans stuck with me and you. Fucking one instance years ago. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
seeing fucking newsreels from the last 50 years being booted out of diners
Yeah, that
and
could get
fucking
to you.
fire hosed for wanting to go to college? It's like there has to be some kind of a
But like,
balance with it.
if I went down to New Orleans now and saw a total change and didn't see, black people hitting white people like that, and everything had changed, I would lighten up. That doesn't seem to have happened, no matter how nice things get and how much more fair things get, and how much we don't take fire hoses and German
Yeah.
shepherds out anymore. You know,
You got to be careful. You got to be careful where you go.
Careful.
But I
Whatever happened to the German Shepherd?
I don't know, man.
George Foreman ruined that one.
Just
Fucking-
became a
when he brought it overseas, people were like, oh, George.
It just became a breed that, like, isn't.
This is the dog.
It was the
Growing
shit,
up,
man.
that was the fucking dog.
That was the one.
Now, you never see a German Shepherd.
One named
anymore.
Fritz.
Poor
and they always
German-
had the secret word that he would attack people with.
'Cause they shed, I think. The people get hair all over the noise they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at a party last night. Speaking of,
How was that? I went for a little while. And
it
left
was
to sell.
fucking awesome.
Great
Awesome.
party. Were you blowing some guy in a pig mask?
Yes. It wound up being great. Dumb Keith wound up getting drunk and demanding music. So Gnome had to get on and start playing hip hop. But they were, dude, it was packed. It got packed, and he was playing hip hop, and all the brothers and all the black dudes were dancing. To, you know, hey, ho, hey, ho. And then I had them cut off and put your dumb fucking CD on. I go cut the music off and play
man.
Jimmy's eating
man.
asshole bit. So just hey, everybody's having a fucking blast. I wish I got the
that's
video.
fucking
And then
great.
it just shuts off, and it's like, yeah, fucking eating my asshole. Fucking, and everybody turns to the booth like, what the fuck is this?
You dick. That's funny.
That is, it wasn't a welcomed addition to the party.
Oh, dude, if you could have saw people's faces, someone just started booing that doesn't even know you.
They were having a great time.
Yeah, you're gonna eat my asshole. I gotta give her credit though. She's gonna eat my asshole. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Hey, you know what we should do?
Make love.
I guess take a break so we could eat and do these fucking multitudes of, these wonderful, wonderful products that we endorse on this very program for Valentine's Day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's that novel right over there.
Is it Valentine's Day? 14th?
Coming up.
You're a fantastic reader, by the way.
Oh, I try.
You do really good reads.
I try. I just try to read very quickly, and maybe add something that sounds ad-libbed in there. The sponsors love
We'll
it.
get through them.
Oh yes, we will. We will. All right. We'll be back with Bobby. I want to get you a little take on the Pats and why you didn't pick up my phone call. All right.
Daryl Hammond in a bit. And
Daryl Hammond coming in at 8?
8 o'clock.
Oh, okay, cool. And we're here. Yay! We'll be right back.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show. Getting topical.
All right. Yeah, how you doing, sexy?
Yeah, hi.
Let's see. Dukes of Hazzard finale aired 27 years ago.
Bravo, you got it.
Good
All
job.
right. So,
That was fun.
yeah. What's going on? How you doing? Bobby?
The last, I guess we should talk about Bob spoiling everyone's fun.
Yeah.
By not being
Apparently,
a fun
Bobby
host.
was not a fun guy to watch the Super Bowl
Through the
with.
first 3 quarters, he was fine. His wife was lovely. Their friend was lovely.
friend in a wheelchair that when I told he goes, who's coming over? I go, I'm a friend of mine. He's in a wheelchair. Norton goes, why? Why?
Do you kind of do have to know why.
Well, no, it's just there's
You want to know if
something.
it's medical or accident
Yeah, I mean,
related.
we're trying to have fun.
Yeah,
In a
yeah.
wheelchair there.
Just taking up space.
Just lazy, maybe. You know.
No, he's a good
Yeah,
guy.
but-
Everybody's bumping into his cheek. He says, excuse me. He rolls over your foot.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy.
Like, come on, I'm trying to get to the Buffalo Bites.
Well, we had everything healthy too, which was a little annoying.
It was. I
Really?
wouldn't say it was healthy. It was low carb.
Yeah, everything was low carb and healthy. We had little mini pizzas.
Did you have like what, celery and stuff?
We had vegetables.
Yeah, also anarchy.
Oh God! Don't you hate that
I hate
fucking the nudge now?
The chip nudge?
Yeah.
It brings me back to when I was a juvenile delinquent in Boston. I'd hit him with a fucking picket.
Oh no! You gonna hit me with a protester?
Oh no! I don't. It's so skeevy. I don't know how someone could touch you and be that skeevy with it.
He kind of bends his wrist.
Yeah, his wrist bends and he hits you with his forearm. It's supposed to be an elbow, like, hey, right? But no, he doesn't know how to do it because he's Chip.
He's not. You're wrong. He's not Chip.
What? No.
I got a text yesterday. He's not Chip any longer.
Who is he?
He changed my name legally.
He changed his name.
To what?
He texted me and he said he had changed his name.
Pepe Sinclair.
What?
Pepe Sinclair's my new name.
Why?
You're Chip.
It's from the 40s where everybody was gentleman.
Gentleman. Pepe Sinclair?
Yeah. That's what I say. It's got a good ring to it. So how was the Super Bowl party?
He's very up. I like that you're very up, but you're still very Chip.
What's that?
See?
Go ahead.
I fucking hate Pepe and Chip.
Yeah.
They were both at my party. It was good. My wife loves Chip. She just cracks up anytime stupid Chip makes a chipper.
Oh, really? Don't you hate that?
I just hear her howling. And the best part is when I walk in, his fucking dogs. I call the one now Seal Boy because it makes seal noises.
Oh, no.
It's agonized fucking seal sound.
It's the dog though. It's the Silky Terrier, the one we had to get another dog because it was so antisocial. It was just a fucking piece of shit dog. It wasn't friendly to anybody. But to Norton, this fucking dog loves
Jimmy.
I'm not even kidding you, dude. He likes people, but he gets into some frenzy, high pitch, flipping out when this shellless turtle comes to my house, and it won't stop. He gets so excited. His little dick tail just goes back and forth, and then gets like too excited and stops and starts to stutter because it's getting so excited and doesn't know how to work anymore. Oh, it's fucking awful.
Why?
And he loves. I don't know.
Animals tend to respond well to me.
They look peanut butter somehow.
Yes, and children.
They look the same in the shower.
But they do. This dog. I love the dog too, though.
No,
them.
Yeah, but it's fucking stupid. He gets little kisses, and Jimmy puts his little thin lips together.
The dog goes.
And he kisses my chin and my neck. It's very cute.
He tries.
He just stands up on me because he has like a little Chewbacca face. He looks just like Chewbacca.
Yeah.
But with short hair. And he puts his little arms up on my chest and he'll just attack my face with kisses as everyone wants to.
He gets jealous if the other dog comes over. Jimmy goes, "Oh, who's getting jealous?" And he tries to get my dog jealous with the other dog.
I'll call the white dog over just to make him
don't be racist.
Jump more.
Oh, really? And then the dog freaks out that you're paying attention to the other dog.
Yeah, I like to call her over and watch him like nudge her out of the way. It just shows him like there's competition. So keep them kisses coming, buddy. Keep them kisses coming,
There's
pal.
someone waiting in the wings if you decide to.
If the dog kisses
kissing.
stop, there's a lot more dog kisses where these came from.
Well, it was the worst. Look, first of all, the night before sucked because the UFC with Nick Diaz was a little disappointing.
Oh, I was reading your tweets on that one, and you were none too happy about that either. Bad sports
but I'm
weekend.
I'm happy now because they just signed last night. He's fighting again. Condit and Diaz just signed. They're fighting two before St. Pierre.
I was wondering if they would do a rematch before St. Pierre.
I'm fucking so happy. Dana White confirmed it. Carlos Condit agreed to it yesterday. They're fighting again, which is fucking because now he can't do it. He can't just. I know what he did.
Can we tell people who's Carlos Condit?
Carlos Condit was fighting Nick Diaz for the UFC welterweight championship.
The interim championship.
Interim.
While St. Pierre is healing from an ACL.
Yeah, he's healing. So, and I mean, Carlos Condit went with one of those game plans. These guys are both fighters. This is what was disappointing. They're both brawlers, and they're both like someone's leaving in a coffin.
Right.
You know, so you're like, oh my god, this is going to be the best fight ever.
Thunderdome.
And then one Usman went in with a game plan. I'm not fucking getting knocked out. I'm not playing his. I'm not fighting this guy. I'm going to just get points and get the fuck out of there and get this belt, which sucks. I get it. It's good for you and your family and your team. You're the champion, but it just sucks.
A lot of people wanted Diaz to win because Diaz is a dick. And I'm not saying that in a nasty way. He's just one of those guys. He's like, he'll drop his arms and taunt. Like, he's just like like an alpha guy.
Yeah.
And
he's not an alpha guy, really.
In the ring
he's really not. In the ring, he's a fighter, but he's really he's a martial artist, and he's really a nice guy. If you watch any of the interviews, he just hates being interviewed. He hates cameras. He has an anxiety problem in front of cameras. He doesn't like to be in front of crowds or people. And when he gets there, he gets all fucked up and he doesn't say shit right, and he gets pissed off.
But everyone wanted him to win so he could fight George St. Pierre because they genuinely don't like each other. So that was like, this was like St. Pierre, that'd be the unify the belts, Diaz and St. Pierre.
Yeah,
and Carlos Condit had other plans.
Well, here I wanted Carlos to win. I didn't care. That's why I love the sport. I don't give a shit which one wins. I like both of them. I like Carlos and Nick. I don't care who fucking won. Just as long as I wanted it to be a fight. I wanted them to go in and fight each other. And sometimes it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This guy went in and, tap, tap, kick, and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Nick was
smart.
Chased. It's not really.
Very
I
smart.
guess it's smart, but it stinks. That's why boxing stunk.
But he didn't.
Hold
on, he didn't. But he
12
didn't.
rounds of fucking hugging and tapping.
But he didn't do that.
I gotta count. Now I have to count while I'm watching a fight.
He would
1,
counterpunch.
2.
He was counterpunching a lot, and he was getting out like when they would, because Diaz likes to cut you off, get you up against the fucking cage, and beat the shit out of you. This guy would get out of the way and fucking threw a lot of kicks.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was doing nothing and just throwing a jab and hiding. He was throwing leg kicks and fucking head kicks.
Yeah, but they were
and
both doing it. It was close to call. I mean, Carlos, I think, won, but it was close to call. It wasn't like he just totally dominated
Right, no, he
Diaz. It
didn't.
was close to call. So I'm just glad they're doing the fight again because now, if he does that running shit again, I hope Nick just stands there and doesn't chase him. Yeah, because he had to chase him. If he just stands there and fuck it, I'm not chasing you. Let's fight. Because you look like an idiot running away from a guy if he's not chasing.
If he's just standing there, sure.
When is the fight? Because
next week, next Tuesday.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
would
I'm
have
kidding.
thought
that
there'd
would've
be
been
more
crazy.
of a build-up. Because St. Pierre won't be able to fight till like November.
Yeah, but it's just going to be great. I'm so
What do you
happy.
think they're going to do? Like maybe June or July?
I don't know.
July 4th weekend, maybe the rematch.
I don't know, but
In Vegas?
it's not when, it's
big.
where. Because I hope we can go to it. I hope it's not in fucking Germany or some weird fucking place.
I bet you they do it July 4th weekend. That's a big fight. Because you don't want them guys just to sit around for 10 months.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be a great. I love when they did the UFC. I
Well, if
love
it's Vegas,
boxing would never
we'll
do
be
that.
Going,
Yeah,
right?
we're going.
Boxing would
Sure
never
we are.
do that.
We are.
That's why I love UFC and Dana White.
Oh.
Immediate rematch. Fuck it. What do the fans want? You guys in? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
do it. I don't give a shit. And they're not making gazillion dollars. I think Diaz made $200,000 for that fight, which is
that
not
it?
a. That's it. But that's
Like
a lot.
Boxers would have to take off fucking 2 years. In
Yeah,
between fights.
2 years.
Like,
Oh, it would fucking
what are they
blow.
doing?
Yeah, just
I
fucking
want to see this guy
assholes.
fight again. What the fuck?
So they're fighting, but that sucked. Saturday night
Right.
sucked.
Okay.
For me, because I was like, I spent the 60. I stayed in. I didn't do shows by myself.
Oh,
my
lonely.
wife's pissed because she usually gets Saturday nights, so it's her night to watch. The Voice.
Yeah.
Whatever rerun she taped.
She likes to watch her have her own shows. And without this lummox just sitting there cursing because she knew the next day was going to be an abomination.
Lummox.
Hey, baby. Every day he's just calling her, asking for snacks. He wants to be waited on hand and foot. She
Why,
wants to
yeah.
relax. Fucking just take her shoes off and watch some TV on a Saturday without his fucking toxic dog shit energy in the house. They have
true.
walkie-talkies, and I know it's a nightmare for her every time she hears like the phone because she knows it's going to be a
no.
request.
She hates it.
You
She-
walkie-talkie her?
I leave one in the bathroom when she's like downstairs. I'll leave one in the bathroom and I'll just hit the button. Baby, do we have any milk?
Oh, man.
And she'll be like, just scream, look in the fridge. And I'll hit the thing. I can't hear you. Use the walkie-talkie. It's just downstairs. She
You
fucking
are-
hates me.
I've texted to upstairs, though.
Sure.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
but your house, it's a
Like,
fucking compound.
So
I live in a fucking.
walk upstairs.
I live
fuck.
in a duplex in Hell's Kitchen. You live
It's
in
a duplex, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's better than a don't-plex.
pushing you. I don't like
I
that at
fucking
all.
hate the touch.
It's terrible.
I hate the physical contact from Chip.
Feels so awful.
From Chelsea Sinclair. What's his
Pepe
name?
Sinclair.
Fucking Pepsi. What is his name?
Pepe Sinclair.
So then, after you left, dude, after the game was just a fucking atrocious.
Now, at the beginning of it, were you all psyched? Like, Pats, here we go.
No,
He was worried.
No, you were
I
worried
was
right from the beginning?
Yeah.
Dude, this is a typical Boston fan. Ready? The first fucked up play that happens. Fuck! It's over. It's fucking over.
Oh, you're right.
It's over. That's it. They won the fucking game. Shut it off. I could have shut the game off after the first fucking when the Giants scored.
And you'd have been right.
I could have shut the game off and just went and did something else.
Right.
Honest to God, I would have fucking done. Because I grew up in Boston, we always lose. The Red Sox, I mean, the only thing I had
the
to grow
Pats have had, some good runs there.
the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But before that, that's 10
Yeah.
years of my life. 30 years of my life, they've done shit.
So what you watched the whole game, though?
I had to watch the
Now,
whole game.
What'd you think
he
of that?
made me.
That one throw that Manning made where it was caught right on the sideline there. Did you think, oh, no, that's not in?
No, it was in.
Oh, okay.
Of course I thought it was in. And here's the deal. I was so mad, and this fucking asshole made me watch. Like, he kept doing that guest shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Put it back on. What are you doing?
Well, I did want to watch the Super. I was there to watch.
All right.
I was there to watch the Super Bowl, and he would just turn it off and yell. Who wants to watch you yell?
That is fucking.
That's not
what
a good show.
Horrible host.
I mean, his wife made snacks. His friends over there not moving.
It's moving.
I want to watch fucking football.
Oh, God.
I understood him going downstairs. I got that.
Yeah.
But when he would turn the volume down, what are you doing? I hate Chris Collinsworth too.
I fucking. He is such a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I felt like he was taunting me. Like, this guy
passed
personally
me.
didn't like me. Everything the Giants did was amazing. Even the bad shit there was some ray of light in it. And some, oh my God, everything the Pats did they were fucking pieces of shit. Everything they fucking did. So you're watching the game. Now the announcer is for the fucking Giants. The whole fucking crowd is for the Giants. And you can hear in the distance, because I'm in fucking New York, so you could hear the local pubs and fucking shit bars with all the shit G-men.
When everything happens, you kind of hear it in real time. Yeah.
But I wasn't as bad as last time. But I had to take Sam after you left. I had to take my friend who's in a wheelchair. I had to take him to the bus stop
because he's on wheels.
Why would you take him there?
Because I have to look, man. There's a bunch of fucking drunk people. It's crazy out. There's all these bars in my neighborhood. So I wheel him down 2 blocks to the bus stop. And the bus stop happens to be in front of a Giants bar with those big blow-up football guys, Giants.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there waiting at a bus stop with my friend in a wheelchair, and there's probably 250 Giants fans just drunk.
You have any Pats gear on?
No, I had my fucking burn all that fucking culty shit. I'm sitting there. I'm miserable. It's freezing out. I'm waiting for the bus, and as soon as we hit the end of my street, he goes, "Oh, there it is." And I look, and a bus just goes. Row.
Oh, I missed it, huh?
I go, "Is that yours?" He goes, "Yeah." I finally flagged the cab over, and I threw him in the cab.
Should have just thrown a grappling hook at the bumper when it passed by.
I took apart his wheelchair. I took the wheels off. He's like, "It's a little pain in the ass." Like, I don't give a shit. Just tell me what to do.
You gotta take
I
the
hucked him in the
wheels
back,
off?
backwards, his legs sticking out.
You got to take the wheels off?
I took the wheels off. I had to take the back off. I took it all apart.
Fuck.
I didn't give a fuck.
That
I'm not
cabbie must have
standing
been
out
miserable.
there. I almost got in a fight with a couple of them because a couple of them were like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm not taking them."
They get in trouble, though, for not taking them.
Not from me,
Yeah.
apparently.
No,
they
never.
told me to fuck off. They told me to go blow myself and my crippled friend. I was fucking miserable, man.
There's no way to
man.
fit the whole wheelchair in the back, huh?
No.
I
No,
mean, you can't fold
I
it
think
up in
they
the back of
fold
the-
up, yeah.
They should
Fuck.
make it. What? They should just make a hook on the back so you can hook it on like
I think they
a
fold.
U-Haul trailer.
Yeah, I think they fold up, though, don't they? Don't they just...
Not
squish-
this. Some of them do. Yeah, the ones from the hospital do, but
What?
not this one.
You don't
Not
have
this.
like a real cripple people
No, this was
wheelchair?
like a murder ball chair.
Oh,
You know,
shit, one of those, right.
Yeah, made out of fucking like a plain aluminum.
You need, you need those old ones, the wooden ones, like what's his face, push the old bag down the
Oh
stairs.
yeah, Richard Widmark.
Richard
Kiss of
Widmark.
Death.
You old bag.
You lying old hag.
Yeah, you lying old hag.
And you know when he rips the cord out of the wall, that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
He ties her into a wheelchair with a fucking.
He's not splicing it to the TV so she could watch from another room.
Can you, Danny? Is there a way to find that online? Just real quick, I want the audio. We played the audio of that.
Fantastic, yeah.
From Kiss of Death.
Yeah.
You ever see that, Bobby?
I did, yeah.
Fucking
old school gangster movie.
She's in a wheelchair and he wants to push her down. He's not. He's looking for her son, Pieter. Pieter. That's Peter. But she says Pieter.
He's giving you a little lesson.
I just wanted to hear you say it again. I got it.
It's a death clip. Meow, meow, on the YouTube. There we go.
It's kind of long. I think I got it.
Yeah, zip it there. Richard Widmark's going to the house to find out where Peter is.
Yeah. Oh, there's the old broad in the fucking wheelchair. All right. Go volume. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
walking in.
Your friend Pieter?
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Where's the squirt?
Just put a cigarette out on her
On
living
the
room
floor. After dinner sometime, maybe.
Where'd he go to?
Pieter? How I know where Pieter goes? Uptown, downtown, baseball game, anywhere.
Oh, see, he's looking at her.
Boy,
He's none too pleased.
He does not like her.
He's
Looking around for something.
And then he goes in the other room, and he sees like a bunch of open drawers.
Yeah, Pieter.
Which shows you that Pieter skipped town.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is he angry? He plays a great fucking thug.
Great sociopath, yeah.
Yeah.
And here he comes to confront her with her lie.
Laughs like you.
After dinner sometime.
Oh.
Double crossing squealers both here.
What's the matter? I don't know nothing.
So the yellow squirt beat it, huh? Took a powder, huh?
Took a powder.
He's wiping his mouth. He can't decide what to do with her.
Where'd he go?
One last chance.
I'm asking you, where's that squealing son of yours? You think a squealer can get away from me? Huh?
That laugh is a problem.
You know what I do to squealers? I let them have it in the belly. So they can roll around for a long time.
Yeah.
Thinking it over.
He's looking at the cord now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's just looking around. What can I fuck her up with?
At the lamp cord.
And he smiles at her like, I thought of something. You're going to like this.
You're worse than him. Telling me he's coming back. You lying old hag.
He's tying her to her.
Why tie her to the chair?
I don't
It's
know.
not like she's going
On
anywhere.
a train, huh?
A train.
Where you going? No, no.
Wheeling her through the door.
I'm going to swing.
Not outside. I can't move. I think. No. No.
He just shoves her down the stairs. Holy shit.
It's such a great scene.
That
It's one of my favorite scenes.
I don't know how
ever.
you can laugh at that and you get mad at me because I tell my wife to get me a fucking Diet Coke. You're such a mean guy.
God, that's hilarious.
If I pushed you down the stairs, you'd be like, that's funny.
You lying old
But it's the laugh. It's the fact that he's
Yeah.
just playing such a great psychopath.
And he didn't give a second of thought to pushing her down those stairs.
No, he couldn't
He's
wait to
just
do it.
like, yeah. Not at the top of the stairs waiting like, all right, one more time. Where
No.
is it? Nah.
He was still talking shit. He couldn't wait to get her to those steps. He was taunting her as he opened the door, like, you know what I do to squeal? As he's opening the door.
Yeah.
He was giving her the business all the way down.
The business.
So I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about the Super Bowl and the fact that what about the Hail Mary now? Do you have any hope at that point?
Dude, I knew I'm looking, man. I was going to go to a movie.
That's
Do you understand?
how-
I was going to go
that's
to
how
a
bad.
movie before the game. I wasn't going to watch the game. 2000. What was it? How many years ago did we lose to the Giants?
It was the 2007 season, but it was 2008,
4
I
years ago.
believe. It was very warm out.
4 years ago, I watched that game at my mom's house in Marblehead with around 20 people there.
Marblehead.
I fucking hate him. I hope Jim dies so Chip dies.
Oh shit!
Who's that?
I'm kidding. I take that back. That's terrible.
Peppy.
Peppy. I was at my mom's house. It was fucking terrible. I left the game. Same shit. At the end of the game, I left before it was over. I'm in my car. I'm driving. Nobody on the road. By myself. And I knew the game was over because all of a sudden you heard just doors opening, lights being turned on. Because everybody at their parties and their friend's house said, fuck it. And I'm out. Bye. Got in their cars. All of a sudden I was in a traffic jam. It was just lonely, depressed shit dicks in their cars, mad because a team lost and their life is over. And I was like, I don't want to fucking do that again. I'm not doing that again. Not against the Giants. Not against the fucking Giants. Because 2004, the Red Sox, I finally got rid of that horse shit on my shoulder, living here and coming from Boston. And now that Eli shit-faced fucking family, elitist fucking stupid governmental made family of fucking quarterbacks I fucking hate that family. That's the only thing that makes me happy is that fucking shit family. His brother, the ugly one that wasn't supposed to be the star, won a fucking Super Bowl in the house that you built, stupid, and you aren't going to get to win one. You shit family. The one that never made it. That's why I love life. I love life that he wasn't supposed to be the star. Fucking Peyton was the man.
Right.
Breaking all the records. You got one Super Bowl, dum-dum, and your brother's he's about to be an elite fucking quarterback. That's the only thing that made me happy is Mushface is better than his other Mushface brother. Those fucking pug-faced douchebags. I hate them with their little flat noses. Dumb fucking dad and mom. We were gonna fucking. Oh, they fucking suck.
So
tell us how you really feel.
Oh, Chip.
Hey, fucking nudged me again.
So you didn't think the Hail Mary was going down. So then
no, I thought it was intercepted. Actually, I was lying on my bed, patting my white dog, who's a beautiful dog, because she doesn't like Jim as much. I love that dog.
She does love me though.
She loves you, but she doesn't like you as much as Kelby.
She couldn't.
No
one likes me as much as Kelby.
Well,
it's an
God,
impossibility.
It makes me sick.
So it's over. What do you do?
I had to wheel my friend down the street.
You wheel your friend down the street.
Tell him to pick your legs up.
What?
Stop.
How do you think he felt? My legs don't work, and I have to be wheeled down the street by this fucking fat curmudgeon trying not to eat carbs. Goddamn Patriots! Meanwhile, he just wants to go for a walk. He just wants to feel cool water on his toes.
He's not a paraplegic, dude. He can feel his feet.
Fucking wheeling him out of the house like Doyle wheeled his buddy out in fucking Sling Blade.
Yeah, you non-tuning son of a bitch. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
So then I put that dude in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking gone. And then I go back to the house and I'm lying in bed and I get your fucking message that made me...
We were having a party.
Oh, God, it made me sick.
It was the Super Bowl wrap-up party, and I was doing a compound show and decided that it would be good to call Bob Kelly because, you're a Patriots fan, and there were Giant fans there. Not that I'm a Giants fan. I just wanted to get your take on it because there weren't any Pats fans at my house. So we called you up, and I guess you saved the message. Could you pop it by the mic?
Let me tell you something. This message
is a bunch of drunks.
This message hurt me and made me. But then right at the end, made me. It just makes me laugh. It just.
Oh, look! What the fuck is that? Look at that mess. Oh,
what? What is it?
Oh, it's the big blue
it's
parade.
The Giant Super Bowl championship.
I mean, I don't give a fucking.
What you do?
Stupid Eli, fucking dumb face. Do you ever see his face? He's just sad.
He
makes a mistake, and you can hear his older brother yelling at him.
Why are they dancing?
Don't be stupid, Eli. Don't be dumb. Mom and Dad don't like dumb.
Well, he's got 2 Super
Look
Bowls.
at the big parade they're having in Giant Stadium.
Oh, it was
the whole
huge.
thing. Good
New York,
congratulations,
and Jersey.
New York. Good for you. Congratulations, you got 2.
Wow.
They had a big one downtown. then they all went over to the stadium.
Who goes? But who gets to go to that stadium party?
I guess anybody.
Eli gets to
It
go.
was,
show up?
It was first come, first serve, I think.
Oh, you just sit where you sit.
Yeah, get in there and fill up the
Ready?
stadium.
So now
All right.
I'm home. My dumb phone's off, and I look, and there's a message, and I don't recognize the number because it's your good boy phone.
Yeah, we had called and
then I hear
don't know.
this. I think this is it.
You mother.
What?
You mother good boy phone.
All right,
I get it.
Yeah, that was really obnoxious. I got to apologize there. We were hitting the old beers, and a few of those people in that room were hitting the whiskey.
Who's the biggest
also.
Giants fan there, Ant?
Biggest Giants fan there was, God damn, who the fuck was? I don't think anyone really gave a shit.
Did you watch it in the
Really not.
theater or upstairs?
I was watching it downstairs by the bar.
By the bar.
There were some people watching in the theater, though. Yeah.
The other thing
Drew
that sucks
Boogie
about
was
the
there.
theater, man, the theater is only really to watch movies or TV. You can't watch a football game in your theater because you can't. It's
an atmosphere where you got to be kind of
chill.
Yeah.
And by yourself in your own little chair.
Yeah, you're not really getting that. Oh, it looks great, but yeah, it's weird. The dynamic isn't like you're sitting around, but in the bar area, or you're
Yeah.
upstairs in the living room.
Yeah,
yeah, it is kind of odd.
Like
You're right.
they have the UFC fights in theaters now in 3D, which I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know why you'd see a fight in 3D.
Yeah,
you see blood come at you, fucking. But they watch the fights in the. I don't understand how you could just sit there and watch a fight and oh god,
I would duck and stuff in the fight.
Oh yeah, from the 3D. Ooh,
is he still losing weight, Big A?
I don't know. I think he's plateaued. I think he's plateaued.
Oh no,
he lost weight, but I don't think he's losing any more. Is
Is he still eating or no?
There you go. Yeah, see, that doesn't look too fun to me.
Yeah, it's like you're in your own seat.
Yeah.
You kind of, there's no real.
It looks like business class lounge.
Yeah.
I like that. That's the way a football game should be.
You'd like to watch a football game like that?
Fuck yeah, nice comfy chair going.
Oh, what happened?
Peanuts,
Oh,
popcorn,
yeah.
popcorn,
The whole time,
peanuts.
though, we're watching the thing. He's fucking tweeting the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
He's got his face in his phone like a 12-year-old girl who's missing out on the hot date. Just fucking
Missing out? What? No, I was there with King Kong Bundy, who was trying to hang himself. It was very fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was no. Why would I want to avoid that pleasant experience? We were like a bunch of abuse victims, just cowering while Dad ran around drunk.
He said it was very uncomfortable when you were getting.
I really did
Getting
take.
angry.
I really my dad number 3. He fucking. He's the same way. Like he'll move to the kitchen, and then if something good happens, now I got to stay in the kitchen.
Oh, like a
Now I gotta, and he'll stay in the kitchen. And if you move from your spot, if something good, get the fuck back in the living room.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy. Well,
shit.
it's Boston fans, man.
Yeah.
We're nuts. We're fucking nuts. Our whole year, that's like growing up. That's what it's my life. The Red Sox winning something, or the Celtics, or the Bruins. And then it's over, and then you have to go to another. But it's just
It's every
fucking.
sports fan though. That's every.
It's always
hardcore.
next year.
Oh God, dude.
Always next year.
Oh, it's such a shit feeling. It is a deep-rooted shit feeling.
And why,
When your
though?
team
But why? When you really think about it, because when your team loses, you try to rationalize why I'm so pissed and upset at this. When it's just a sports team.
I'll tell you why. Because every week when your team wins or loses, but every week when your team wins, you say, "Oh, the Pats won this week," or you get to watch the game and they pull off. You like it makes you feel good. You get something
Yeah.
to look forward to. It makes you feel good for your shit life.
Is that it?
And your shit fucking week, and all of a sudden you feel good for a couple hours.
Right.
And you get to, oh my God, they won. And it builds and builds and builds to this frenzy. That's why I love MMA, because there's no season. There's no one game, one fight beats all.
You don't have to wait till next year. And
after Diaz, I can't wait because Rashad's fighting fucking Jones. That's a great
When are they
fight.
fighting?
Why? Because they don't like each other. Oh,
I don't like the fact that he knew I said he wanted to get to his point. Like I said when, and then he realized it, but he still had to finish and go. Here's why. When are they fighting? And by the way, the Condit fight, just getting there, that was the first thing I had to hear about.
Yeah.
Was you know what, dude? You don't fucking run. You know what, dude? You stand there like a combatant and you fight.
Combatant.
I'm like, Bob.
I don't know if I said combatant.
We're watching. Faith Hill is singing. Yeah, fucking dude, it was bullshit. I fucking watched that fight, dude. I'm like, this is gonna be.
So it was just a
awful.
miserable fuck the whole day.
I walked into an abusive situation. It was going to be a miserable, unhappy, trapped in that apartment with him and his poor wife and his poor friend, the three of us victims.
He wasn't crippled when he walked in.
Yeah, he's just faking it so Bob wouldn't hit his legs.
What? Yeah, I wanted Jimmy to come over, but it was the drive does suck.
I knew that there'd be traffic going out there on a Sunday.
The drive stinks.
You know what, dude? The driving on 400 is the fucking worst.
Terrible.
Getting to your house on any given day can just suck, asshole.
But that's that's
a
what
nice way to
keeps me
talk.
protected.
Protected from what?
Well, people that might want to do me harm.
Like who?
Oh. Daryl Hammond is here. I'm just getting that in. We should
take a quick break and then come back.
Well,
and
we have a couple playing to break.
Ooh, what?
We have 2 new production pieces.
What are they?
One is a Chipper Radio spot, and one is a new Sick Fucking Puppy song.
Let's do them after. We'll do them after. We don't have to do them now. I don't want to make you wait for that. Do them after.
Let's just take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Opie and Anthony Channel.
Hey, some money.
Sirius XM.
Toodly-doo. 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 Oop-doo. Toodly-doo. 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 Oop-doo.
Oh, wait.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey.
Ah, yes. Opie and Anthony program. Opie out today. Bob Kelly sitting in.
What happened to Opie?
I don't know.
Did you find out? I mean, is he?
No.
No, he's all right. Just Daryl Hammond. Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
Hi, Daryl.
That's Bob Kelly.
I know, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, you must know these two right here, I'm sure. That's the incomparable Sam Roberts. And I, of course, Anthony and Opie, not here today.
Oh, that's great.
Not here. Don't get a complex or anything. It has nothing to do with you.
I already have a complex.
That's what I hear.
For the volume.
Oh, yeah.
You got it?
Help him out, Jimmy.
I don't want to reach under. It's too creepy to reach under his console.
It really is.
I'll do it.
Kind of looks like you're putting your hand in his lap.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
Hey.
Yeah.
I blew through your book, dude, in probably I had to stop reading to make it last longer. It was so good.
You were edging with his book?
I really, dude, it was like when you watch porn and you don't want to come. That's exactly what it was like. I was reading this book. It was so fast getting through it that I made myself wait to finish it. It was fucking great.
Really? Thank you. Yeah, well, that's how I wrote it. I was watching a porno. I was watching Horny Backdoor Babes.
That's a good one.
I thought, I got to write a book.
Well, knowing you for all these years, I mean, I remember being in the car with you, and I want to say it was 90. When did you get SNL?
95.
It was me, you, Maureen Taryn. We were on Central Park West, and you were talking about some audition you had done. I thought it was a screen, something for SNL you had just done.
Yeah.
And maybe you had just gotten hired. And so then just to see all this happening, it's fucking...
Yeah, it was just, I went through a series, of auditions. Yeah, so I wrote this little book. And
what made you decide to get so, in depth with your life there?
I always wanted to write about contracts between perpetrators and victims.
Well,
like the agreement, the things that victims agree to while they're being fucked over, or tortured in this case. yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah.
And I mean, you know, we can all be taken advantage of, I guess, at certain points. And when a person's in a powerful position and could hurt you worse than they're hurting you now, you sort of sum it up and say, all right, I'm going to stand here and take this beating instead of, you know, having my skin peeled off and tied to a post, you know.
I remember you started the book talking about trying to cut your arm off.
Yeah.
With a knife. And I was a cutter when I drank, but never since I quit.
Well, you know,
drinking.
the cutting was never, except for the one time, it was never really about dying. It was about creating a smaller crisis than the one I was in right now that was in my head. You know, when I started having flashbacks about, you know, some of the stuff that happened to me, I mean, I used to have to like just hug the floor.
What was the first flashback you had? Like, what were you doing when it hit, and what caused it?
Well, what caused it was when I saw my daughter and I realized how perfect she was, and I thought to myself, what would you have to do to someone to make them into me? You know what I mean? Like, what, this thing is so absolutely miraculous and perfect. What would you have to do to this perfect thing? And that just sort of set the floodgates open. And I think, you know, the first flashback, I was in my office at SNL, and it started coming back to me about, you know, my fingers and light sockets and so forth. And then I just, I ran outside and got a pint of Remy and came back and just laid there on the floor and drank the damn thing. You know?
How did you know it was a memory and not like something that you were just thinking? Like, did it come back as a visceral feeling, or were you like,
it's a visceral
wow.
feeling, as if it was occurring all over again? And it's as, I mean, you know, when you go to these big hospitals and they go, you know, we can't treat you here, you should be where they take POWs. I mean, that happened like 4 times. So you know, you start thinking to yourself, you know, these things feel so real, they are so real. I remember them, but you know, like the thing about getting the hands slammed on the doors and so forth. I remembered that. But
what was that? I don't know. People didn't. I don't know if we didn't mention that. What happened with that?
Just my mom used to slam my hands in the door sometimes.
And what was I mean, this just sounds like psychotic behavior. But what was this? What was the reasoning for this? Was it just they wanted to abuse somebody?
Well, I mean, I didn't. You know, I was, you know, between 4 and 10 years old, so I didn't loot their 401k or you know, wreck their car or do anything else. I mean, it was simply because she was a nut. You know, I mean, the real, I think, breakthrough for me was I was in a hospital for 3 months with this great doctor who studied me 24 hours a day, and part of that was looking at, you know, she had once been innocent herself, you know, but when she died, she wouldn't cop to nothing. I don't hate her anymore, and that was a breakthrough. I mean, it was a form of forgiveness to say, I'm just letting you go. Yeah, okay, you were abused too, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get tired of it.
Well, you called at one point, and I have a bunch of questions I wrote down. As I was reading, I was just fucking typing things I wanted to ask you. But there was one point where you know, part of recovery and stuff is you try to confront people, you talk about things. And what happened? You called her?
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, I was at Cornell Hospital last night, and they said that I have the symptoms of someone who grew up in a POW camp, but all I really did was grow up in your house, and what's that about? You know, and she said, see, my mother always had this southern accent. She always was, you know, just so charming and everything like that. And she goes, she drops her accent, and she goes, don't ever call us ever again.
Wow.
Click. And I thought, perfect, just great. Great, fantastic, you know.
I was angry for you reading that. Like, I remember reading that, and I was angry for you.
That's infuriating.
I think the infuriating thing is that she would, you know, she was like this churched person, and you know, where I came from at that time, at least, if you put on enough of a show, like if you fulfilled the moral checklist of the area, if you cut your lawn and paid your taxes and you went to church enough times and spoke about Jesus enough, you could get away with any damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there were people in that church doing the, you know, hideous things. I mean, people that hide in church can commit great crimes because no one will question them. Because when someone like my mom can go to someone and convince them that their perception of the Lord and reality is right, that it's going to turn into something good, you know, you're unimpeachable. You know, and she was a clever woman. I mean, awfully bright. But I mean, the bizarre thing is she did impressions. She would like come in the house and go, you
Oh,
know,
man.
Coach Brown was there just a second ago, and he came up to me. He said, "What in the hell are you doing?" You know, like that.
Some impressions of Bing Crosby, apparently.
Yeah. And so,
damn, man.
Yeah, so then there was that, and you know, the next thing you know, I'm on SNL, and
well, you said that was how you bonded with her. That was how you.
Well, that's how I neutralized her.
Oh,
That's how when she got that look in her eyes, like sometimes her eyes, it'd be like someone else was living in there, and she'd turn and look at you, and I'd just be like going, "Oh, Sylvester, what are you doing with that?" And she like, I start laughing. It just charmed her. It charmed the hell out of her.
So the impression, I was amazed too that they became this survival thing where it fucking calmed the savage beast. Just to do an impression and it would bond or like you said, neutralize her.
It charmed her on some strange level, yeah. And I mean, luckily I could do them too. You know, I inherited her abilities, you know, and I could do them as well. So yeah.
How did it affect you before you started having flashbacks and realized and remembered how awful it was? How were you affected before you even knew what had happened?
I was a nut. You know,
all right.
I was in nut houses and drunk all the time, and you know, I guess by that time I'd been to about 30 shrinks who just would throw their hands up and go, "No, I have no idea."
And you weren't able to convey to them what the problem was because
I didn't know.
You didn't know yet.
Yeah.
Did you have any indication that there was abuse though? Like, did you think that something happened? I just can't find it.
I knew something had happened. Oh yeah, I knew something. I just can't find it, and that's a weird feeling walking around. You know, there's something wrong with me, and I don't know what it is, and I'm scared for no reason, and I'm mad for no reason, you know, and I'm self-destructive for reasons which are not explained. I mean,
what happened to me? I wonder.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Probably.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude,
I know,
you're
start
fucking describing what I think in my head.
It really is frightening to know that somebody can push that back so far that you don't even know it happened until something comes out. Because then you're just constantly walking around going, all right, when's it going to pop out?
Well, you know, mental illness, and this is not original. I don't really have original thoughts. But mental illness is really not an airborne virus. I mean, it comes from somewhere specific. It doesn't. It's not like a newspaper that blows up against your leg.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't exhibit aberrant behavior by accident. You know, it comes from somewhere, and it usually involves stories and actual events.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, as a matter of fact, earlier today.
Was your dad protective of, like? What kind of that would? Because did he see this stuff? Usually, a lot of times you hear about the father being abusive and the mother kind of.
Well, he was a traveling salesman, and he was gone at least 2 weeks a month. And my father was a soldier who just kind of stayed a soldier. I mean, I think soldiers are glorious things. I mean, to me, and they're great things. And he could not undo that. You know, like once you become a warrior, you kind of stay a warrior, and so it's hard to be pumping gas in Westport, Mississippi when you were flying, a B-52 3 days earlier upside down in Guatemala or in Guam. You know, it's difficult to do that when you've settled all your disputes with your fists and with a gun. I mean, when you become a soldier, you make a decision. It's an internal decision. I'm going to be a warrior, and I'm going to fight war by the nature of war, and it's not going to be nice. But our house was about Nazis. My father walking around all the time talking about Nazis.
Really?
Anthony's is too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's for him.
I mean, just obsessed with the fact that if you were to lay down, if the cops were to retire, or if the soldiers were to lay down their arms, obsessed with the fact that someone would come and take away our ability to play Little League Baseball.
And
that's what we talked about. And not the Nazis. It would be that there are such things as bad guys, and he wished that weren't true. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I've had my ass saved by cops twice. I don't know why you want to kill someone on TV, but people do, I mean, especially a comic. And the first time was the NYPD. The second time was about a month ago in the French Quarter in New Orleans. I was having baked potato. There's this place I go to for their baked potatoes. Okay, all right, that's not consequential. So I'm sitting there and minding my business, completely sober. Had a great day. I went to the Saints game. Drew Brees broke the record. It was fantastic. And I'm sitting in this booth. This is an example of what I mean about bad guys and punks that just come out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there, and a white dude gets in and puts his arm around me. And an alpha male puts his arm around me and says to me, "We thought you might want us to sit with you," while two of his friends get in the booth across from me. And I said, excuse me, I have to get out. And I get out. I go to the waitress. I go, in New Orleans, do people sit at each other's tables? She goes, now he's an asshole. You just wait here. And she goes running outside. I swear to God, 4 minutes later, you know how everyone has tough cops? Well, the New Orleans' baddest cops are, as it were, in a good sense, are in the French Quarter, where crazy people act crazy. I mean, 4 seconds later, it looked like the New Orleans Saints on horses, like in cop gear, and giant guys pull up. And I go up to this cop and I go, you know, sir, I don't want any problems. I love your city, but there is something going on in there, and I'm going to go home because I don't want no problems. This is exactly what he sounded like. He said, ain't going to be no problem. Like, I was like, whoa.
Buford T. Justice?
No, you know, I was thinking, you know, like the Terminator's a black dude. And so he walks up to the, I mean, you ever see people that are just designed to deal with punks?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just designed to deal with punks. You know, I mean, that's what they do, and it's a great service.
So they were still at your table? You vacated, they were still there?
Yeah. He walks up to them, and he says to them, how y'all doing? And, you know, they start talking in a different tone. I mean, I don't want to say they sounded like flies, but they were about that small.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we were just having our thing, officer, and we just... And he's just like, this is what he said to them. And I can't say it verbatim, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a paraphrase. He said, the French Quarter is about choices. And choices we make, and you could choose just to sit here and be a good person and eat your meal and go home, or you could choose to act the fool, and then they call us, and then we come and change your attitude. And how do you think we do that?
Oh man!
He goes, I'm gonna give you a hint. It don't involve them little moist towelettes they have on the airplane. And they're like, well, I guess we would just be moseying along and just a thing like that. These guys get up and walk out, and he says to me, now you just sit down there and enjoy your dinner. And I was like, well, yeah, all right. Thank you, officer. He looks back at me, and then he turns and looks back. He goes, by the way, I love the way you do Bill Clinton.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's some power, too, you know?
Yeah. Now, when I say, I remember these were the things that were said. Maybe my prepositions and conjunctions are a little off, but basically, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So that goes back to my dad, who's like saying, people have to do this. Sorry. People have to deal with punks. I don't know.
You've never dealt with them personally? Like, are you the kind of guy that would...
Scared my whole life.
Yeah.
Scared to death. This is the odd thing about it was that was the first time in my life where I felt like I'm not going to run from these guys. You know, I mean, I was stalked in New York City. I mean, my life was threatened. I mean, it's hard to be doing an impression on Saturday Night Live when there's NYPD detectives combing the audience looking for weapons.
Wow.
That's really hard.
You were afraid that this person had showed up and was going to do you harm while you're on the air.
Well, I mean, they sneak stuff in there. People sneak things in there all the time. You don't hear about them because they have these great NYPD detectives that they try to sneak stuff in. I mean, so far as I know, they've never been successful. But I mean, you know, you're up there and you're doing like your Trump impression or something, and these guys are walking around and they got these hawk eyes looking.
Wow. And they want to see if something's being pointed at you or...
Well, they're looking for plastic stabbing things that you can smuggle past the detector.
Right.
Now, you were stalked because you do talk about it in the book. Was it a woman that you had slept with, or was it just a fan or an ex-girlfriend?
It's somebody that I met at the cellar who I had back, to my house, and she had someone else's eyes. You know, like she went in the bathroom and she came out, and someone else was living in there.
Oh yeah.
Was her name Yela?
Yeah. That was Yela. You know Yela.
Yeah, Yela's one of the managers at the cellar.
Oh, stop it. It wasn't that Yela.
I know, I was kidding.
I thought it was someone that you were probably with. I mean, no, but I mean, if she was a good-looking girl, you probably banged her one time.
No, I'm married.
Oh, I mean, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Let's take it out of it.
Anyway, so I was like, oh my God.
You recognize the look in the eyes.
Oh,
that was
yeah. Yeah, that look that a lizard gives a fly. You know, that kind of look. I was like, oh, man. You know, and I said, I have to leave. I got to meet someone. I got a crisis. And then it started. You know,
how was she when you said you have to we both have to leave because I have something to do? Like you were smart to think of an excuse. Did she catch on something was wrong and she was like, oh, okay.
She was sputtering spit and snot.
Oh wow.
No, like that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
She called me 50 times in that hour. I'm gonna kill you. She didn't say that. I'm gonna kill you at first. Which they never do right at first. I mean, they don't say the stupid. I mean, like, you know, the cops told me, like, you know, in order to arrest somebody, they have to actually threaten you, and the only way to violate the First Amendment is to threaten someone.
Yeah.
I mean, or say something destructive. And so, the thing he says, you know, we have to be calm. She's going to get madder and madder and madder, and then she's going to do something stupid. You know, and that's their phraseology. Something stupid.
Something stupid.
Yeah.
That means we can do something.
Yeah. Now we can put it through the system, as they call it.
Yeah.
Which cannot be fun.
No, when they start fucking when you got to go and get a lawyer and you got to make court appearances and.
You know, the New York District Attorney's Office, they're very serious people.
Yeah.
And they came down like thunder. I mean, just thunder. And she went away. I mean, they have said that these people, they don't want that. It's not that important. Really?
For the most part,
the NYPD, New York District Attorney, no. This was something we were thinking about when we were drinking Goldschlager, you know, in Williamsburg, and we thought, and I lost my no, I'm sorry, you know, like that. But punks back down like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, that's so you'd think a guy that was on SNL, you know, is doing all these impressions and, you know, it's a very, you know, liberal, sarcastic place, as it should be. But you'd think I would be like, I'm not really like that. I was never really like Republican or a Democrat. I was sort of like soldiers and cops.
Yeah.
That's kind of what our house was. Yeah.
Did you when you talk about? There's a lot of great stuff in the book and about Clinton and Cheney and all these guys on polar opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And when you're in, like you're in close proximity with these people, are they pretty much the same guys? Like you don't see a big difference between them ideologically?
No, I see something. I mean, whether you like or dislike them, I see something extraordinary about them. There is something unusual about them. I mean, I don't think you rise to power on this earth and become a world leader, someone that can make a call and affect something in Asia. By accident. I think you have to have something unusual. And, you know, the thing I noticed about Cheney was that he had good kids. When I went to his house, I thought, you know what, he has good kids. You know, like, our house didn't have good kids. He has good kids. He had to have something to do with that. So, I mean, my father, you know, he sent my father a note, you know, one time and made my dad feel real good when he was dying.
What was his note about?
Oh, just thanks for your support. But the fact that it came from the vice president's office.
Yeah.
A guy who had fought to keep a vice president's office, had gone mad, had seen horrors, what these soldiers do so there would be a vice president's office. It meant a lot to him, you know? I mean, he was dying of cancer at the time and, you know, on those horrible pain pills that are not fun pain pills. You know, like where it's just like so that you won't like die of shock. I forget what the name of the damn thing was, but it was strong. It was like
they give him at hospice, right?
Yeah, but they also like you can start getting morphine before you get to hospice, but then there's this one. I forget. It's like on Michael Jackson level.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like it's propofol or something. Like I had propofol once when I got a colonoscopy. And, you know, this is another thing about doing Clinton. Like, girls come up and try to meet me, And then they realize I'm not him. And you can always see that look come over their eyes. Like, oh, man. I don't know. He's not even that funny. He just sits there.
He's just sad.
He's a sad guy sitting there, and he's not Bill Clinton at all. And apparently this was all an act.
Yeah, well.
You know?
Exactly.
I was, and I was afraid of having the camera put in there, you know, where it's, you know what I mean, in your ass. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Where it's not supposed to be. I mean, my visits to proctologists are horror stories to me. That shit hurts.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And so now it's going to be this object, and they give me the propofol just seconds before, and the woman's about. I mean, the man is about to put in the camera, and the anesthesiologist leans in and goes, "What would Clinton say?"
Oh no.
Oh yes. And I wanted to say to her, you know, you try to think of a line. I'm like, oh man, I'm whacked out of my mind. I wanted to say something to her like, you know, what does a nice girl like you doing in a place like that? You know, point to my ass. But anyway,
You just panicked and fell asleep, right?
I did. I wiped out, and then I woke up the next, you know, after it was all over, and you know, you wonder why people are into that drug. I mean, all of a sudden, I'd gone back through my life, but this time it had all worked out. I had gotten the prom queen and hit the home run and thrown the touchdown pass. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, and I go to my shrink like an hour later. She's like, "What's different about you? You just seem so crisp and bright."
Yeah,
And I said,
I'm on drugs.
I said, I got the state of the art drug. You understand? I got this. I mean, I was going down the West Side Highway, and there's like a trapeze school. I'm like, I'm trying that.
The trapeze down there. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing the trapeze, you know, and I know I'm gonna make the Yankees. I know it.
Just outgoing Daryl.
That's what tequila used to do for me too. Like in Cozumel, I'd be down there. I'd like that tequila is so unusual. I mean, I would leave the bar going, I gotta get up early and start training.
Yeah,
because I figured it out. Why I couldn't hit that curveball.
And now you know, yeah.
Yeah, and then you wake up with a broken nose and a ditch. And
that's the odd thing about booze. For how good it makes you feel when you're doing it, it's 10 times worse when you're hungover and just feeling like shit the next day. Because then every kind of thought that the alcohol put out of your head comes crawling back with an amplifier on it.
Yes. I had a drunk dream the other night that I drank. I haven't drank in 26 years, but I was drinking Kahlua. Mudslides. And
Hey, tough guy.
It was so good. I used to love those. I
had a slice of rum cake.
Yeah, I dreamt I was building a dollhouse and sipping a margarita.
I think you know when you've gone too far when you're on stage in Tijuana at a donkey show and you're facing the audience
and you're doing comedy
and you say any birthdays. How many people are married?
My wife, she's here. I have a garage door for sale. Thank you, I'm Rich Voss.
Well, this is odd. We're being told that Daryl has to go.
8:45 he has to.
I know. It said until 8:45. Roland is now being told he has to leave now.
Whoa.
What the hell's that about?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we got to...
Huh?
Uh-oh.
All right.
I mean, this is...
Who's that guy? That guy's important.
My manager, Rory.
That guy just went die.
Yeah. This crazy book is like...
yeah, we didn't even mention the book. It's called God, If You're Not Up There, I'm Fucked.
Which was my prayer when I was in jail in the Caribbean, because I didn't know any prayers, and I realized, you know how that crazy feeling you have when you're like, you know what, I'm in so much trouble, I can't hire no one to get me out.
Oh, God.
No doctor, no lawyer, no nobody. I'm in the Caribbean in a jail cell with feces on the floor, and I can't be helped. So maybe I'm hoping there's like a God, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know how to pray, so that was my first prayer. Then I felt silly about that. I actually asked the guard for a Bible. I was like, I need a Bible, man.
You were going to find God real quick?
I mean, you know, guys like me don't go to Jesus unless they're in big-ass trouble. You know, like, maybe Jesus, they say he can help. I've heard.
What was the problem down there?
Possession, controlled substance.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, and they take that very seriously.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you were set up, though. I mean,
I was
you were
told.
set up.
I was told I was set up. Yeah, but I mean, I was in a bathroom. And this guy had been trying to sell me Coke all night. Yeah, he came in the stall with me, and he said that back down there they give out samples of Coke or drugs to ship employees you know, when they see you're the ship employee, and so they're like, here, you know, if you be back next week, you might want some of this. So he gave me $1 bill with dust in it, and I thought, well, I'm going to be killed and raped. And I said, all right, that'll be fine. That will be fine. I put it in my pocket. I walk outside, walk down the stairs. I'm arrested.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's the funny part. When I'm on trial, like I call my dad to come down, and he comes down. And you know, they said get $5,000 cash. You know, they let you know while you're in jail. $5,000 cash might get you out of this. I'm like, I don't know anyone that has $5,000 cash. I mean, we're not wealthy. We're poor.
Yeah.
And so my dad comes down, and he comes walking up there, and this man comes up and says to him, I will get your son off for $500 cash. And he says, I'll give you $200 right now, and I'll give you $300 if you get him off. And we go in there, and we sit down. I said, Dad, do you think it's going to work out? And he looked at me, and he went, I don't know. I don't know right now, you know. So
Midnight Express
this guy
shit.
gets up there and he's like, Your Honor, he had only a little bit in his crumpled up dollar bill. We couldn't even weigh it, Your Honor. I mean, it might have been sold, Your Honor. I meant up like this well-polished speech.
You could tell they've done this dance before.
I thought he was quite good. I thought he's impressive.
This guy's
this
good.
Whole thing about it could have been solved. Nobody analyzed. I mean, you know, Your Honor, he was an American citizen with no criminal record, Your Honor. But they call him Your Worshipfulness. And so, not predictably, I'm in a prisoner's docket. And, you know, when they say, will the defendant rise, and you're in the Caribbean, and you're on a drug charge, right? Scary.
Yeah, you got to think you're going away.
I thought I was going away because they told me I was going to do 3 years in that same cell I was in by myself. And the guy charges me $1,500 cash. But the weird part was, as a formality, the guy that gave me the drugs was in the docket with me. He was not even addressed in the trial. Okay,
Wow.
Not even spoken to in the trial. So afterwards, this bailiff, who was apparently new at this, said, Your Worshipfulness, what about him? The judge goes, oh, God, stop it. The charges are dropped. Come on.
Oh,
man, come on. So my father's like, the guy gets out, and the guy's standing outside, and my father gives, they say, go over here to this office and give us the $1,500 cash. My father walks up to this guy and gives him this look and is like, you know you're getting killed, right? You're getting killed. You and every sumbitch you ever met are getting killed. You understand that, right? Because this is what I do, you know?
And you said on the way home he was plotting.
Oh, yeah. We get in the car and we drive away and we see the lawyer, the drug dealer, and the cops smoking cigarettes.
Oof.
And my father looks back at them and he goes, they're all getting killed. I'm killing all of them. I'm going to bring guns into this island. I know people that I used to, you know, that are in the service, that are mercenaries, and we'll come back and we're going to kill all them some bitches. The captain, the judge, the law, you know.
You got shook down, basically. It was a shakedown.
Yeah, and you know, that goes back to the thing about, you know, a soldier's, his first impulse was just kill them. Kill these son of bitches.
That's
just
the way
kill
you
these
deal
guys.
with it.
That's what you do. You just kill them.
Yeah, that's
And
a
I
problem
want to plug
solver.
your gig, too, because Daryl's, I'm sorry, Daryl, it's this, we didn't know, this Thursday through Sunday, he'll be here in Caroline's, 212-757-4100. I don't even know if you need plugs for that, but a great comic.
Yeah. I always need plugs.
And
I need help.
And this, so it's 6 shows, I'm guessing, 1 Thursday, 1 Sunday, 2 Friday, Saturday
Oh,
at Caroline's.
nice. Yeah, Caroline's is great. Yeah, we love that
It was
place.
interesting to me, though, to see, having known you all these years, where all this, because you're a brilliant impressionist and you're a brilliant comic, but then to see where all this stuff came from, it's like, yeah, comics are all fucked up.
Yeah.
But can you describe how you see a voice? Because that to me was fascinating. Like when people hear a voice and you try to do the impression, you just try to go by. How do you see a voice?
Colors.
I thought that was very interesting.
Different colors, yeah. Like I was not able to do even the simplest math problem, so they sent me to this experimental class where they taught math using colors. Like I don't know how to put it any better than that. And I could do math, and so I guess I respond to that, and so I would always attach a color to everybody I was playing.
Do you attach it on purpose, or will you hear a voice and you see a color?
It's before the colors first.
What do? You'll hear someone talk and you just see blue.
Yeah, I feel it and see it. Yeah.
And you said you see the words written out in your head, like you see a color, and then you'll see the words as if they're on paper in the color.
I like floating. Yeah, just like I don't know how to describe it. You know, like the first time I did Al Sharpton and he was blue. You know, I mean,
You were off a little on that.
I was like,
It's called the blueberry pie was on his face.
Well, like Geraldo was black and red, and Clinton was orange. I mean, Koppel was blue, Donahue yellow, Leno orange. Yeah.
So are certain voice types color coded or no? There's no rhyme or reason for it.
No.
Jeez, that's so weird, man.
Will you see the color while you're doing them?
Nope.
Only when you're first
It's
trying
just
to figure
something
them
I
out?
feel underneath, and I don't know how to put it any other way.
When you're doing a voice, are you able, I mean, as a stand-up, of course, but when you say you're doing a voice on TV, and you always said that one you were never thrilled with was you were never thrilled with the way you did, I think, McCain.
Well, that's because he was a soldier, and I didn't want to do that. Having been through the ordeals that he had been through, the way he moved and spoke had to have been affected by that, and I didn't want to ape it. That's just the way it was. That was the job. I mean, Lauren had been great to my daughter. I wanted to, be good for him and all that, and I really tried, but I could never pull the trigger on it. I just couldn't. I just really couldn't. And my father had just died. There'd been a military funeral. I just didn't want to. And yet I didn't want to let Lauren down. I was really stuck. You know what I mean?
What do you do when you're in a sketch? And sometimes cause I've never seen anyone on SNL break the fourth wall.
Okay. I have 5 times.
You have?
Yeah, out of several hundred appearances, yeah.
What do you do if you're in a sketch and it's not going well? And I've seen performers do that. It seems like it's so difficult as opposed to a stand-up where your instinct is just to address it and and make it better.
Because you can go to the audience. Oh wait, that didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Oh boy, does this stink? Like whatever we do.
You just melt and catch on fire. I mean, we did a show called Riding My Donkeys. And Lauren had always said they're donkeys, okay? They're not like normal animals. I mean, they're donkeys, okay? They're not going to do. You ever hear stubborn as a donkey, stubborn as a mule? They're not going to do what you want them to do. They're donkeys, and so we're on donkeys. It's me and Tim Meadows and Anna Gasteyer, and I believe Will Ferrell was in it, and I was doing Sam Donaldson, and up there, and then we chartered a plane, and we went to St. Louis, and I'm doing this thing. And these damn donkeys, at one point, my donkey, he turned his donkey head, and out of his corner of his donkey eye, he looked at my crotch, and I think he said in donkey voice, "Are those balls?" Because he started going for my crotch, which led us all to the whole sketch fell apart because my donkey wanted to bite my balls, and so during Dress and Air, between Dress and Air, they gave them donkey Valium.
Oh wow!
Sedated them,
calm them down a little bit.
All they did was make them high, and now they wanted to be donkeys. They did not want to stand there, and they started bucking, and we started laughing.
Yeah.
And laughed. We all laughed and laughed and laughed.
I've never seen that.
Well, did you ever see the Tony Soprano sketch when Molly Shannon put her crotch in my face? But she didn't do that in dress rehearsal. She was playing this 50-year-old dancer at the Bada Bing. So I'm sitting there as Tony Soprano. And she's like, she comes up and all of a sudden, crotch in the face. All right. And I said, I wanted to say, "Jesus fucking Christ." Jesus. So Tony Soprano says Jesus. "Jesus fucking Christ." But I didn't, of course. I laughed. I started laughing. I couldn't help it.
We're totally getting the rap sign now.
All right.
Man,
maybe
so
they
much
were
to
just wrong
talk
by saying
about.
it. Yeah, I do.
Man.
There was fucking.
Come on, keep going.
The book. There was a moment I read, and we will wrap, Daryl. The book is called God, If You're Not Up There, I'm Fucked. It's fucking. I can't say enough things about it. And he's at Caroline's this Thursday through Sunday, doing his stand-up. The part that really frightened me was we talk about the scene of your mother holding you, and can you talk about where she took the knife and on your tongue, because the helplessness that brought out a really weird feeling of helplessness.
I've found with the monsters I've known, the way to survive them is to behave as if it's not occurring, that something else is happening, because their psyche depends on believing that something bad isn't happening, that something right is happening. So that was, when I just sort of first realized I have to be calm and behave as if something else is occurring. And that's when I remember the hibiscus bush sort of thumping against the window. The wind was coming off the ocean, and it was just silent. And she just asked me to open my mouth, and then she pulled out a serrated steak knife and punctured the tongue. It wasn't she didn't like cut my tongue off or anything. She just popped it like that. And so
anyone do that?
Because they're monsters.
God,
monsters. You understand?
Fucking
yeah.
Wow.
And so. I just remember the redness and the wetness, and that was the flashback that I kept having at SNL, was the redness and the wetness, because the tongue really bleeds.
Yeah.
Your tongue really bleeds. It was just a pop, so I have like a 1/4-inch little cut in there.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. That's monsters is the only way to describe it.
Let's forget about that and
Caroline's.
Yes, Caroline's.
Yeah, Daryl's a brilliant comic, and we're concentrating on the sad stuff. But that was the stuff I didn't know about you. I mean,
a lot of people know what. I don't think anybody knew about this unless they were close to you and you filled them in on it. But this is amazing to have a book like this that really shows a lot of what you're all about and like how this happened.
Biographies can be boring. This from the literally. I could not stop reading it. I mean, I knew a lot of the people involved in it, but even if you don't, it wasn't just one horror story after next. It would kind of fluctuate between stand-up and getting SNL and going back. It was fucking. I loved it, dude. It's one of the favorite books I've ever read.
Thank you.
And I can't recommend it enough. So
well, it beats the shit out of. Well, the prosthetics were so hard to wear. What a chore.
Yeah,
I tried to put some of that in there, but
there was enough in there to explain who you are and your career. Sure,
but compared to the other stuff, it's like okay, it was real difficult, huh?
Just to remind you, these are jokes we're doing this weekend.
Caroline's will be really funny. It's not going to be a sad affair.
No. He's one of my favorite comics, especially when he's down the cellar. He's one of the guys that everybody goes down and watches. Unlike me, everybody actually leaves.
It. That's just a room issue, though. It's just the fact Bob is heavy.
A chubby Bobby joke.
All right. Well, unfortunately, they're saying they're giving us the wrap.
She's carving "Get Out" with her wedding ring in the window.
All right. Well, Daryl, I love you, and I'm very, very happy for you.
Daryl.
Congratulations,
Daryl.
It's an awesome book. This Thursday through Sunday, Caroline's the great Daryl Hammond.
I'll see you downtown.
Yeah, I'll see you downtown.
Cool, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Right,
and we'll be
on the next American War Stories. Battleground, Iraq. Robert Kelly deploys and within an instant realizes no man can prepare for war.
We thought we were going to starve, so we brought little bars and stuff, but there's going to be no food. There was more. I gained 30 pounds in Iraq. You go to the buffet, there's Chinese food, mac and cheese, barbecue, pizza, ice cream. You could walk up to this ice cream and get as many ice cream bars and sundaes as you want.
But no matter how rich the rewards, every American soldier has to experience loss.
I was over there, I had 2 milkshakes. One of the Marines goes, "You gonna have both of those, fatty?" So I gave him one, and then my other one fell. I had to go back and get 2 more.
So tune in as we chronicle the victories and the defeats for American hero Bob Kelly.
I broke my knee, man!
On the next American War Stories.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
Fuck you! I'd like to say fuck you to the people who smell on the train. Who smells it? 8 o'clock in the morning. Fuck you. Take a bath.
Fuck you!
Fuck you, Opie. Quit picking teams. Fuck you. Every time you pick a team, you jinx them. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
I want to make this F you to fucking traffic. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, hungry, and I want to take a fucking piss. Fuck you to traffic. Keep fucking moving. Hey, this is Floyd. I want to say fuck you to my boss for talking to me in the bathroom while I'm taking a shit. Man, I'm trying to take a shit in the morning. Fuck you.
Fuck you all for that damn hugely into these women are like animals. You need to swat them like the lioness gets swatted from the lion. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I just want to give a big hearty fuck you to my girlfriend after getting mad at me and saying you need space 6 months and you finally tell me you have a fucking retarded sister in a wheelchair. You know what? Fuck you, Avery.
I just want to say fuck you to my digestive system. On my way to work, I just burped, kind of threw up in my mouth. Fuck you, digestive system.
I want to give a big fuck you to my trucking company, my dispatcher. Leave me fucking sitting in Reno for 5 fucking days and won't move me to get a fucking load. Y'all can kiss my white ass and suck my dick. Fuck you.
This FU goes out to my coworker who eats with his fucking mouth open. All I hear is, quit smacking your teeth. I'm gonna punch him out, bitch.
Okay, for the Canadian asshole that says dopey and Agay show, go fuck yourself, moron. I'm over here now.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line, 866-FU, line 1. That's 866-FU, line 1.
Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Wow.
Yes, I'm plugging right now.
Yeah, Bobby Kelly, why don't you tell people where you're going to be?
Well, it's tonight, actually. We have a special show. I have You Know What Dude podcast, my podcast.
All right.
That's on the Riotcast network, riotcast.com. We're actually doing a podcast live tonight.
Now you're doing it live. Okay.
Live.
You normally tape?
It's normally not taped, digitized.
Well, I use the older vernacular of tape recorded.
It's spinning wheels, motherfucker. Yeah, tonight, Gotham Comedy Club downstairs. It's live. We're having guest Bonnie McFarlane is going to be there from the My Wife Hates Me podcast, which is also on Riotcast.
It's like a crossover, like the Jetsons meeting the Flintstones.
Right, but Voss is going to be there, so we actually have Bob DeBono, who does the best Rich Voss impression. Is going to actually play Voss tonight.
That's funny, man.
But
is he going to accuse? Is Rich going to accuse him of having sex with Bonnie at some point?
Rich called me and apologized.
He did.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. I got to talk to him.
So tonight he's we're gonna be on the Gotham Comedy Club. There's only around 10 tickets left. Honest to God, there's around 10 tickets since the last night at 9 o'clock. So if you're gonna come, get your ass down there tonight. It's 212-367-9000 Gotham Comedy Club. There's only a few tickets left for tonight's show. It starts at 9:30. Doors open at 8:30. Me, Joe DeRosa, Bonnie McFarlane, and Bob DeBono as Rich Voss.
That's Rich. Does a really good.
Yeah, we're going to do stand-up, too. Everybody's going to do like 10 minutes of stand-up, and then we're going to do the podcast. It's going to kind of be a mix and match.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Man, have you done a live one yet?
No, I never did one. We usually just do the podcast, but someone approached me to do it, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. It might be just a fucking disaster, but that's funny too, I guess, right?
Live is great. You just got to do it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fucking fun. Plus, we're doing comedy though, so a lot of these podcasts I've done them. It's just the podcast where they talk, which is interesting. But we're gonna do comedy.
Oh, and that's gonna be part of the podcast.
Yeah, they're gonna go up. The podcast is gonna be to the left, and then there'll be a stage, and Bonnie's gonna do like 10, 15. DeRosa is gonna do some time. The Bono's gonna go up and do Voss's act for 3 minutes.
Fantastic.
Which is gonna be hilarious.
That's great.
If you haven't heard Bob DeBono do Rich Voss,
amazing.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it sounds exactly like him.
You'd think he was the real person.
It's okay. But yeah, tonight, Gotham Comedy Club, 9:30. There's only a few tickets left, so don't fucking. Oh, just show up. We'll squeeze you in.
Yeah.
I don't give it. I told them because it's downstairs room. It's not the big one. It's the downstairs room. So if you show up and they tell you can't get in, just fucking come and mush your way in.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
Yeah.
And
Bobby told me.
Also, did you mention Patrice's CD?
I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patrice, this is awesome too. Is that #1 on iTunes?
Oh, good.
Number fucking
Mr. P.
uno one on iTunes. Mr. P. I've listened to it 3 times. It's fucking. It's so fucking funny. It was hard to push play,
great. Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
a lot of people have been writing that on Twitter. It's hard to listen to. You got to be in the right mood to get it going.
Right.
Fuck it, push play, listen to it. It made me smile so much just to think about it, but the fucking it's so funny, man. It's so fucking funny.
Sam on the shit show yesterday, which I was forced to listen to. No other station would work in my vehicle, so I had to listen to it. You played a clip. What was it? When the cops were touching him, he doesn't like cops touching him.
Yeah, from his new
people
album,
touching him and
TSA.
stuff. It's so fucking funny, man. That bit
and you know
was
what's great about it
great.
too is that he goes off at one point on this dude's name.
Yeah.
I forget his name, Tulu or something. Tulu. There's a bit. It's called Tulu, I think it's called. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's him just going off on this dude's name for a few minutes. And I love that because they don't do that on CDs anymore. It's joke. Rehearse. It's the joke that he rehearsed for fucking the last 2 years, and it's exactly the way he fucked. And there's nothing calm, like spontaneous about it. Like in comedy clubs, you fuck off a little bit once in a while.
Yeah,
and he put that in his CD, which is great.
And
That's
it works,
Patrice.
it works.
Well, he's the best at that. He can look down and just use that finger and point. He talks about this lady's face.
Like, I know what you're...
But he doesn't talk to her. He talks to a friend.
Yeah, that's what he does, yes. He talks to another person, their friend, about the person.
Right to that.
Like they're not even fucking there.
It's the funniest.
That is one of his things, yes. Oh.
It's the funniest, degrading, oh my God, Patrice thing. And only he could get away with it without somebody flipping out. I remember if I tried to do what Patrice did or anybody, you'd fucking be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I used to go to the Brazilian steakhouse, and the dessert tray would come by, and he would stick his finger in every dessert. Like just sit there and go, "What's this?
Yeah.
What's this?
What an asshole.
And what's that?" And put his finger, and it would. The 2 Brazilian broads would die laughing. Everybody, the manager would be like, "Oh,
what's this?
This big, and
giant finger just poking it."
So one night I tried to do it. I was with my wife. We were there. The dessert tray comes over. I go, "What's this?" And she goes, "Sir, you have to buy that. If you're you can't stick your finger in it." And I was like, I'll take this. I'll take.
Yeah.
I don't even like flan, but I'll take it.
Somebody tried to be charming.
I tried
because you're not. Patrice was charming, even though he was a creep.
Exactly. That
You're
was my
not
point.
a charming guy. You're
Not at
a
all.
fucking. You're a
Neither are you.
mean-spirited guy.
Neither are you, though.
No reason to rope me into your fucking charmless life.
I'm just holding up a mirror. You're absolutely right.
I'm not the one putting my fucking finger in people's desserts.
No.
You're absolutely right.
Bobby comes off as a problem.
Yeah, see, Patrice.
In that situation.
I'm saying Patrice is charming and Bob isn't, and Bob goes, "You neither." But that doesn't address your life.
I just held up a mirror. I apologize. That's what I do in panic situations when my feelings get hurt. You too. But his CD is out. I gifted it. I already got it. And if you already got it, it's a good thing to you can gift it. Go buy another one. I think it's, what is it, $10, right?
$9.99. I actually just tried to buy it on my phone, and they're like, "You've already purchased this item."
That's a bargain.
Yeah, you could actually gift it. If you look over to the left, you can send it to somebody else, which is awesome, too. So if you already bought it, go buy another copy for somebody else.
It's a great gift for a woman. But you have to send a little note with her. "Please listen to this, you uptight bitch."
You got to listen to the end of it. The last 3 bits, I think. I love my dog. Stay a hoe.
Start a hoe, stay a hoe.
Start a hoe, stay
And I
a
love
hoe.
hoes.
I love my dog. Start a hoe, stay a hoe. He should teach a class.
Yeah.
He should just go to colleges and teach women. It's so fucking funny. He talks about his dog needs him and it's okay. He doesn't pretend he doesn't. That's why he loves his dog. His dog doesn't pretend he doesn't need him. He's like, "I need you, mother." He goes, "I'm up here having up here fun," and my dog's like, "I want to come, but my legs are too small. Please help me."
That's up here fun.
Yeah, he goes, "Up here fun."
Motherfucker.
And he goes, "Please pick me up." And I picked the motherfucker up, and he just, thank you for me. He goes, my chick doesn't. It's so fucking funny, man.
Up here fun.
It's a really fucking hilarious CD. So make sure you do it. And all the money goes to his family.
Yeah,
his family, which is really good. And then you can do the Audible too, Audible, and get all the stuff over there for $20.
Oh yeah, 20 hours or 16 hours.
20 hours of his shit is unbelievable.
Oh.
And what else?
Very good.
What? Oh,
My buddy Ty is here.
Tie.
What's he got, a yellow ribbon or something?
Oh,
I don't know.
now.
Does he work in a suit place? Oh, God, Chip, get off
Chip.
Hey, Chip.
No, he's a director. Yes, I know. Chip is.
Well, it's funny because we were talking about Atlanta before, and this weekend, I'll be here, but the 16th through 18th, I'll be in Atlanta.
Where are you going? What club?
Punchline. And I have to plug real quick. February 23, 25, Fort Lauderdale. March 1, 2, 3, Rochester. And March 29 through April 1, Caroline's here in New York.
Wow.
And I'm going to cancel Toledo if it hasn't been canceled already.
Why?
Because I'm shooting something in Cleveland.
I've been Toledo Funny Bone. What is it?
Yes, I'm going to cancel.
I've been there. It's actually a pretty good club.
My agent hasn't canceled that yet. He is a fired agent.
They have chocolate covered bacon at the store right next to the hotel.
Oh, that sounds
just
good.
FYI.
That would
I
be
won't eat that.
something
My
you
fucking reflux would kill me if I had
No,
that.
dude. It was take a pill, have some.
Take a pill.
God, was it good? I walked into that stupid place. I go, "What's this?" That's chocolate covered bacon. I was like,
Sounds like a real comedy of errors.
What?
I hope Chip dies.
That made no sense.
I hope he dies. I
at
hate
all.
Chip.
It's not Chip.
Chocolate-covered bacon does not even sound good.
Chocolate covered bacon does not sound good. It's
No.
fan-fucking-tastic.
How could it be?
Because it's bacon
Is
with
it crispy
chocolate.
or is it soggy
No,
bacon?
no, it's raw bacon
Raw,
that they dip
yeah,
in. Yeah, it's
because sometimes
it's crispy.
bacon.
There's no
I
other
find-
way of bacon.
No, I find bacon better if it's got a little elasticity to it still, like not crispy.
You're not
but
talking
it's
well
cooked.
done bacon. You're talking.
It's cooked, but I like it a little like. I like it to go.
You like bacon that you could like spin in a circle or something? I don't know.
No, Chip.
In a circle.
Oh God. Yeah, I
Not
like
Chip,
that.
by the way.
It's chocolate covered bacon is
Chocolate and bacon
phenomenal.
doesn't seem like it should go together.
It's salty and sweet, man. It's like a chip. You ever have a chocolate covered potato chip?
What's that?
No.
Oh, dude, you have to get a chocolate covered potato chip.
What's that?
It's fucking fun. Oh, fuck. Chocolate covered potato chips.
What's that?
Listen to me. Chocolate covered potato chips are unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
Take a seat there, Ty.
What is?
Yeah,
Chocolate
pull up
covered
a chair.
potato chips. I hate
Chip, chocolate
Hi,
chips.
buddy. How are you?
Bobby's
What's going
trying
on?
to describe chocolate-covered fucking everything.
Chocolate covered potato chips. You ever have one?
And every time he says chip,
They're fucking amazing, aren't they? Chocolate covered
pretty good.
potato chips. Shut up! I'm gonna fucking kill him. I hate him. I hate him. I wish he was a different person because I'd punch him.
So you're not eating them. You're just talking about them.
What's that? No, we're not eating them now. We're talking about carb. Yeah,
That's how much of an impact they made.
they were. Yeah, they're good. Well, other than that, we had nothing else to talk about. So
the bacon. Well, no, you were talking about chocolate-covered bacon.
We went from-
and it sounds horrible.
Well, the hotel near Jimmy in Toledo that he had to cancel, he's missing out on the chocolate-covered bacon, which sounds horrible, but is fucking rather
It sounds good, though. It actually
fantastic.
sounds good.
It actually is really good.
Yeah,
I've
if
had
you-
it before.
Is it really?
There's
Yeah.
a great restaurant in LA called Animal. Have you guys ever been there?
Oh, I've been. You know something?
Uh-oh.
Melissa dragged me to that place. It's all like fucking. You could get like a snake bladders and,
Yeah.
and fucking all kinds
Ew,
of weird
it's like head
kind of
cheese and weird shit like that.
yeah, weird
Love
shit.
head cheese.
And I'm like, I don't know what to eat. I just want to fucking like regular real food.
What'd you
like-
have?
I think it was some kind of no. She was having foie gras, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Foie sucks.
Yeah,
I love
foie
it.
gras. And then there was
Fucking
something
great.
else, like some kind of.
Well,
fucking
also
little
at Animal,
mammal.
if you get the regular thing like the skirt steak, it sucks. You know,
Oh,
like, you
yeah.
have to be brave and get crazy stuff. But they have a dessert that's like a chocolate bacon thing, and it's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, chocolate bacon, it's just fucking amazing. They have bacon ice cream, which is unbelievable. It's the
You
it's,
love bacon, Bobby.
dude. Listen,
It's like cannibalism, isn't it?
I got a He's just mean.
Yeah.
He's just a mean person.
Yeah.
He's mean to the core. That's what Norton is. He's mean to the core. That's why last night, everybody's having a good time. His voice comes on. Everybody's just like, ugh, it hurt. It just, ugh, this is mean.
I bring laughter wherever I go.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Ty, you've been going all over the country.
I have.
This guy's been all over the place. Now he's a director,
Really?
Bobby.
That's
yes.
great. That's
He's
fantastic.
got a movie out called The Innkeepers. It's very scary, very also very clever, very funny.
Really? It's a funny
I
comedy.
enjoyed the shit out of it.
It's a horror film more than a comedy.
Yeah, it's scary. And tonight, this is fucking like crazy.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
So we filmed the movie in Torrington, Connecticut, and we filmed it at a hotel called the Yankee Peddler. It's a real hotel. and it's supposed to be haunted. And so I made this sort of ghost story about this haunted hotel, but I just set it in a real haunted hotel, and we made it there. And so tonight, the town wanted to have a premiere for the movie because they're in the middle of nowhere and they don't really get, an indie movie up in Torrington, Connecticut. So we were like, yeah, sure, we'll help you out. We could lend you a print of the movie. And they sold 1,700 tickets in 2 weeks. And so now it's like this whole craze in the town. So they flew us in and we're going back up for this like premiere there tonight. And so we're going to go see the movie in this old theater with 1,700 people. And then when it's over, we walk across the street to the actual hotel where we shot the movie and have a party. But we didn't really change the hotel very much. So it's going to be like you watch the movie and then you walk across the street and you're in the movie.
You're in the same hotel.
And like the people who work there wear the same clothes as they do in the movie. And it's going to be a very surreal
That's
experience.
crazy.
And I'm staying there.
You're going?
So, yeah, I'm going. Now, I'm a pussy. I'm kind of
pussy too, dude.
frightened to stay in this hotel because it's known to be a haunted hotel. For
I hope
real.
you wake up with a white lady in a dress.
No,
on.
not a white lady. Not a white lady.
I said I was scared. No,
There are no black ghosts. I've never heard of a black ghost.
You know, you're right, there aren't.
I've never heard of a black ghost or a midget ghost. It's only
just move on.
It's white ladies and little kids.
They always just go toward the light and go, this has to be a better place. This has to be a better place in the light. I'm not hanging around here any longer. You're right. Well, maybe there is something to this afterlife. Yeah.
I hope something.
Shut up! I don't want anything.
Hang on, I put it on you. I hex you. I bring
Bobby!
I bring it to
Mama
you now.
Luke,
I bring
Mama
it to you.
Luke,
I bring it to you. I bring it to you.
Mama
I bring it to you.
Luke,
I bring it to you.
Mama
I bring it to you.
No,
I
Mama
bring it to you.
Mama Luke.
I bring it to you. Hex you. Satan comes to you tonight in all its forms. You want him. Go to Anthony. I just did it.
No, I'm giving you the horns.
I'm giving you the horns back. But I
I'm
had my
Italian.
horns. I had my. I'm Irish Italian. It works better.
You're not Irish Italian.
I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. What am I, Jim?
No.
Here comes the joke.
Pig cow.
Pig cow.
That's just horrible.
That's
I know,
just
it was very
fucking
terrible. But
Now I
you were
hope
giving
you
me
get-
the fucking...
Listen, I
sign.
just hope something happens
No!
tonight. How great would that be for your fucking movie?
That'd be phenomenal.
To go over there. Now, this is what happens. You have the premiere, success. Go over there. Something, he gets possessed, flies across the
I wanna
room.
be possessed.
Something happens, and then that's part two, man.
I know.
Part
I get
fucking
an extra
two.
day of plugs on the radio.
Part two of the movie right now.
I know. I can't make another movie back up there. I made 2 up there because the reason this one exists because I made a movie a couple years ago called The House of the Devil, and when we made that movie, we lived in that hotel.
Really?
So all this weird stuff happened to us. So I wrote the movie about that, and we went back and shot it. Never going back. This is it. Today is the last time.
Is the first movie on Netflix? Can you see it? It's called House of the Devil.
Yep.
I love watching
It's
horror
like an
movies.
80s satanic horror movie.
I love watching horror movies that not the big ones that come out. I love independent horror movies.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
They're fucking great, man. And now does this hotel have TVs in the rooms?
Yeah, you'll be okay. It's a normal hotel. It's just a little bit. Well, the funny thing is the owner was like, now the peddler's seen better days, and it's like, how far could it have dropped off since we left?
Yeah, right.
It wasn't so good when we were there the first time.
The peddler.
But the Yankee peddler.
And what ghosts are supposed to be there?
Well, they have a ghost called Miss Connolly, and I don't know the whole story, but there's a chair in the lobby that's like Miss Connolly's chair, and you're not supposed to sit in it. And
That was a real story then from the movie?
Well, our story is different, but when you're there, they have their own story. And I hope that like the real Luke is there. I can't imagine him not being. I don't know where he'd be.
Yeah.
There's a guy at the front desk named Luke who has a ghost hunting website, and so one of the characters in my movie is sort of, it's not really based on him because it's nothing like him, but there is a character with a ghost hunting website, and I named him Luke.
How can I ask you? How is the acting in the movie?
I hope it's quite good.
Well, I actually like, because a lot of these independent horror movies, there's some good actors in it, but then there's always that one just terrible actress that just
Really?
makes me laugh. She comes in and just makes angry face. Because the director's going, be angry, be angry. I love those little fuck ups. I like that.
I know. Unfortunately, I don't think we have angry face, but I think you'll like it nonetheless.
Yeah.
It was very good. There was one.
Sarah's funny and she's cute.
A bunch of creepy stuff, but there was a scene with an old man that was fucking really creepy.
Yeah. That's I hate that stuff. It gets me.
It's very creepy.
That's the shit that I think about when I'm trying to go to sleep and it's dark and I'm like, I got to turn the TV on because I'm thinking that I'm going to open my eyes and this fucker's going to be like an inch away from my face.
You know what always stuck with me is when they say, if you let Satan in, if you say, come in, I allow you in, he can. And that's what's holding. Like, you hear that?
Oh, that's it? That's
so
all it
sometimes
takes?
when I see a horror movie, after it, I get so scared and I have to fight because in my brain's like, you can come in. Don't say it.
Oh, like the
like if
the
you
evil
let
is,
if you let the ghosts, I let the ghosts come in. I allow you to be here. Like I want to say that.
And you had trouble keeping from saying that.
Oh, you got to be casual. Call him Dev. He comes in as you call him
Have you
Dev.
ever had? Is that why you're into it, or you just?
No, I don't believe in ghosts. I mean, this is the closest I've ever come.
Really?
Staying at that place. You know, it's not a scary place, so I think you'll be okay staying there. It's just, it's a kooky place, though. And I know the whole place is, the whole town is obsessed. All they talk about is it being haunted. And you know, I've seen doors open and close by themselves.
Really?
But I don't know if that's ghosts.
What
are you talking about?
In front of
Wind,
grocery
it could be a lot of
stores.
things. It could be like, you ever be in your house and you open one door and the other one closes?
Nope.
I have.
Come on,
It could be that.
Bobby.
Never happened.
You ever have bacon chips?
What's that?
God damn shit.
You've never had an apparition.
I've
or
never seen a ghost.
Heard something? Did you ever do any like recordings? And
We did a little bit of that. I've seen, like I said, doors. My TV would turn off and on by itself. My phone would ring in my room and no one would be on the other line.
that never freaked you out?
A little bit, but I was making a movie, so I was too stressed to be freaked
That was
out.
me actually. I was just calling to see what's up.
no.
But
How's his
movie coming?
I have
I had to shoot in the
AT&T, so
morning.
it fucking died out of my
I couldn't hear you.
I got
that
a
was the
tweet
movie.
from somebody that said Ant's going to be possessed by a liberal. His head's going to spin as he does philanthropic deeds.
No.
You know what sucks? I would love to be able to write that tweet. I'd think philanthropic, and then I'd have to go. Ugh, what's another word?
You think? Yeah, you think? Should I write Philip?
How can you?
I know
abbreviate?
Phil, but I'm not. I don't know who Thropic is.
Your voice sounds stupid when you do that.
Do you know?
I love it.
Do you remember Dee Wallace from like Cujo, and she was the mom in E.T.?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's a
The Howling.
Yeah, she's a spiritual healer now, and so she was in the House of the Devil, and she did like a reading in
Oh,
the
shit.
hotel for us. And so again, I still haven't seen a ghost, but having Dee there with the pendulum talking to me about the spirits she's talking to, and kind of going into a trance.
I've stayed in creepy. I love those hotels. There's one in Salem. I stayed with Patrice. Me and him both did a college. I forget what it was called. It's one of those Salem hotels.
The irony of the two most uneducated guys in comedy doing a college together.
Patrice?
He didn't graduate college.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He played football for college.
Oh,
like how he goes,
fucking
"Yeah,
dumb
he did."
All right, well,
friend.
then you're both of them then.
I went to college too, stupid.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I went to fine arts, dummy.
You didn't go to fine arts.
Yeah, I graduated fine arts, associate's degree. You're
You
the
can't
only
even say
dummy.
it.
He meant he went to college too. Stupid. See, there's a comma. See, he's all right.
Nice talking to you.
All right.
Anyways, I love those old fucking haunted hotels. I can smell ghosts.
All right. What do
Smells
they
like
smell
old people farts.
Oh. Well, the hotel smells like that, so maybe you're right.
Does
Maybe
it?
there are
Yeah.
ghosts.
Like musty.
It's a musty place. For
No,
sure.
Got that
no.
oldie smell to
I
it.
just thought it wasn't that clean.
I did a
but-
college
Yeah.
once where they had one of these old buildings from the fucking 1600s or whatever the fuck it was, 1800s, whatever.
200 years difference, but whatever.
I know, 1800s.
You know?
It was 18
Industrial
something.
Revolution.
I know. One was the witches. I'm in the hotel. It's old place, all antique furniture. I'm sitting there. I'm like, fucking, this place is creeping me out. I can smell that musty smell. I hear somebody upstairs walking. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sharing this shit fucking place with somebody. And the girl comes to pick me up. I go, who's staying here? Is the other act staying here? She goes, no, just you. There's nobody else in there.
Oh.
I was like, somebody's upstairs. She goes, oh, it's haunted. Yeah, sometimes. I'm like, I'm out. I go in and grab my bag. It's in the living room. I'm not coming back here. I'm out. I'm not fucking staying there.
Man.
I had
Yeah.
that in Vegas. I was working with Dice at the old. What was the hotel that they?
Horseshoe.
Not the Horseshoe.
Casino Ranch.
No. it was-
Lover's Lane.
Wayne Newton used to be there all the time.
Wayne Newton Inn.
What the fuck? Kenny
Desert
doesn't
Inn.
know. No.
Circus Soleil.
I'm looking.
Kenny.
The Mirage.
No.
Paris.
The
Best
Stardust.
Western.
Palms.
Stardust.
Yeah, the
It was-
Stardust.
It was in the
All
Stardust.
right, Kelly.
Dice had a house out there, so
Belly?
I got to
Wow.
stay in his
Yeah,
suite
killing me.
with. They gave him a giant suite in the building next to the hotel. It's a small high rollers building, or was. And there had been murders there, like mob hits and stuff like that. I heard in this place, and Kenny and Happy Face went out with Andrew. I was really sick. I had like the flu or something, so I stayed in the room.
Getting a hooker.
And there was no, I was alone.
I'm sorry.
And there was a pool
But
table.
that's what you
upstairs.
say when you're sick. Guys, I'm not going out. I don't
Yeah.
feel good. Hooker.
So I was in bed and I could hear the pool balls knocking around upstairs, and I'm like, oh fucking Kenny and Happy must be back. They're playing. I could hear the balls rolling across the table and hitting each other, and and I just got really, really frightened. And I went up and I looked and I was alone. And it's the only experience like that I've ever had.
Fuck
But it was very, very fucking frightening.
And you saw spooks or something. Spooks.
That's what you should be afraid of.
Yeah.
That was scary.
That's funny. You felt scared before you went up there, though. You felt.
I just knew
something was
wait
wrong.
a minute, am I alone? Are they not here? It just hit me that I might be alone. 'Cause I was waking up and I heard the
It's
noise.
a weird feeling because the same thing at this hotel. Like I've seen those little things happen, but it's not enough to know it's a ghost. But it is unsettling. You know?
Yeah. It's just on that boundary of like, well, it could be something, but
I talked loud, talking loud. What are there ghosts here? What are you, fucking ghost?
Oh, that-
Leave me alone.
And the ghost. You tried to scare. You scared the ghosts.
No, but it just takes. It's a time where you think you're supposed to be quiet and creepy. So when you're louder, it feels like it takes you out of it. Hey, what is this? A ghost?
right.
But
Make it
wouldn't
all
ultimately,
silly.
seeing a ghost be not. I mean, I see why it's scary because I'm scared of it also. But shouldn't it theoretically just be kind of awesome? Like, wouldn't it be?
It should be, but it's so scary. Like it. First of all, it confirms like what happens after death. Hi, that might freak you out a little bit. And then it's like you've always been conditioned to think these things are like fucked up and are there to fuck with you.
Somebody once called into. I did that Saturday night show and we talked about ghosts one night, and the guy called in and he made so much sense. He goes, "So you believe when you die you turn into a ghost? That's what ghosts are, dead people?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, well there'd be ghost traffic if that was the case, because there'd be so many ghosts." And I'm like, "Yeah, why is there only like one ghost in each state? Like one." There'd be fucking ghosts right here, right now.
I was wondering about ghost clothes. Like they're always like, there she was wearing this silk gown and stuff. It's like, what do the clothes turn into a ghost?
Well, you know what's funny too is they never have a ghost from the '80s, like a black guy in roller skates.
It's
with
always
a
some
with a
old Civil
headband.
War guy.
Just doing some disco moves in the corner. I like the nightlife.
With the
I
big
want a
four-wheel roller skates.
on the disco ride. Oh yeah.
Wouldn't like graveyards be like concerts then? Would they just be packed?
Yeah, and
Like
it's
the Haunted Mansion in Disney.
It's always old people from like old white people with white like freaky old clothes. It's never.
Well, sometimes voodoo movies have black people. That's the only time you get a black ghost is if there's voodoo involved.
Or a zombie, Zombie's a lot.
Santa Maria will have
hate
some
shit,
Spanish ones, right?
Santa Maria, right.
I mean,
that's
if you
creepy shit.
there's
You're
no
right. It's usually crotchety old white people.
yeah, there's no Indian ghosts. You never.
No, there's spirits.
It's like the extension of "Get Off My Lawn." It's now there's still
Now they're. You had a good take on the whole ghost hunters and how, like with all these shows on, we should see something, and yet they've never shown anything.
Well, in a similar story, when I just flew in yesterday, I was on JetBlue and I was watching a thing about Bigfoot. And it was like, this is the documentary that's going to prove that's it. And I was like, if it proved there was Bigfoot, I would just know.
You'd know
I would
already
have found
before
out
it
from
aired.
somebody, not this DirecTV on JetBlue. And it goes on, and they tease it, and ultimately they have no answers.
Yeah.
And I think that's interesting about the ghost hunting shows is that there's 4 of them on TV, excuse me, and they all are really successful, and they all fail every week. It's just like...
Well, one of them
the
doesn't.
show's a failure
the shows
every week.
prove
One of
that
them
there's
doesn't.
no such thing
no,
as
wait.
ghosts.
One of them, Ghost Adventures, I think on
That
the
sounds
Travel
like the least
Channel.
credible one.
Yeah,
No,
Ghost
it actually
Adventures.
it's the best one because most of these guys, these ghost shows have a huge camera crew with them. Okay, so how creepy can you get with a sound guy and 2 camera guys with lights? These guys go in, no crew, just those 3. They do all the filming with just handheld cameras in the dark with night vision camera, and they get locked in for the night. It's not like most of these shows, they go till 3 in the morning and then they go, all right, let's wrap it up because they're tired.
So
they
you're
don't want to stay
suggesting
up all
that
night.
the ghosts might be camera shy.
No, what I'm saying is that these guys are in the dark, complete darkness, and it's just them. There's no camera crew, and they get locked in for the night until the sun comes up. And they've
Is that
caught,
what ends the night?
They've caught not in Alaska, stupid fuckhead. I'm sorry, that came out too mean.
Yeah, I know. I just make a clever point about your.
I
keep
called-
stressing
I-
for
I-
the night.
I called-
Dude, not till midnight,
called-
till 3 for the night, until the sun comes up. In case you don't know what the night means and when it ends.
I called them a fucking. I called you a fucking idiot at my
really
house,
did.
so I feel bad. about
Don't
that.
be. I'm not offended.
All right.
and these guys actually caught a brick going across being thrown.
All
Like,
those
that's pretty-
shows, I know.
that's crazy.
I understand the urge to throw one for the
He's-
night, dude.
He's
Not
just,
for the.
he's just mean. He's just attack mode all the time. He's never. He's always on attack mode.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're just mean to the core.
Have you ever
What?
seen the that show Paranormal State? It's like the dudes.
I
from-
watched that one too. Yeah, it's.
Well, I got contact on Twitter by that guy Chip Coffee.
What's that?
I know. Oh,
God.
This
I
is the
walked right into that one.
Listen, here's the thing though. I just want before you say this, Chip Coffee.
What's
They
that?
always have the psychic guy, and they're always gay.
Oh, really?
It's always a gay psychic.
Like Chip Coffee, he
What's
walks
that?
in, he's like, oh, fuck. oh, no.
Really? Chip Coffee's the best. He's like, there's some evil shit in here.
So I have his home
Meant his
phone
ass.
now. I'm hoping to like get a reading with Chip Coffee.
Wow.
Chip Coffee is fucking hilarious.
He is.
But then they have the other chick, the
He's all
lesbian
serious,
girl.
yeah.
Very serious, flat faced.
Yeah, less interested
thin
in
lips.
her.
Yeah. Chip
Yeah.
comes in with a scarf. Comes in with a scarf, throws it back.
Fashionable, huh?
I feel something's upstairs, and it's fucking hating everybody here.
Yeah, he's very sassy about his
Oh.
spirituality.
It's so
pretty
funny
amazing.
though. Is
I've not seen that one.
He does prayers, like religious prayers.
Does he?
like
I haven't noticed him do that.
Yeah, like Catholic prayers.
Well, I did an interview in our sort of press tour with a guy who writes for a paranormal, I don't know, website or something. And I
Right.
was talking about Chip Coffee, and he was like, Chip's a very good friend of mine. And I was like, well, hook it up. And next thing you know, now
Yeah.
on Twitter. And so I hope to, I had a friend who did a reading with him on her birthday. Her like boyfriend got it for her. And everything he said came true.
That's
so
weird.
I'm
Whoa,
now
see, that's
fascinated
scary
to talk
stuff.
to
Chip
Coffee.
Chip is I fucking hate it. I wish his name wasn't Chip.
Jimmy's just
Bob
sitting there
Coffee.
with
Can we
Chip's
call
face
him?
on.
Yeah, Bob.
Wow.
He's good, but the Ghost Adventure guys. But this guy, one of the reasons why I like those guys, he's a big muscle, macho, alpha male guy, and he walks out in the middle of the room and he goes, "You come on, let's go. You want to attack somebody? Attack me."
Oh,
and
he's that guy.
But in the Ghost Hunters, you're not supposed to provoke. That's against the rules.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, most ghosts
Who
you
makes
don't
these
provoke.
rules up?
And they always run out of shit to say too when they're talking to the ghost. If you're here, could you tap on something?
It's like when a chick tells you to talk dirty and you just run out of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking like that, don't you?
Yeah, you like that
Yeah,
fucking shit.
Fucking you. You
Yeah.
like me fucking you.
Plow my cock
Like
in
that. Yeah, you
out.
run out of shit.
and back in again ad infinitum.
I think I'll give tonight as the last day that I make an attempt to believe in ghosts. So if you come back and you say there's ghosts, I'll believe. But
I hope he doesn't come back. I hope he gets
you know what was
stuck.
a
Hang
big
on.
moment is that Patrice joke that he used to have where he would say like, "Why are they always doing like hack movie ghost things?"
Yeah, yeah,
And
true.
I always like. I now can't get that out of my head. It makes total sense.
Yes. Why aren't ghosts doing like regular just like shit? It's always
They're
some
always
hack
creeping
ghosty
behind the
shit.
door.
Yeah. Yeah. They're always like, you turn and look and nothing's there, and then you turn and look in the mirror and they're there. It's like, come on, you fucking hack.
Why doesn't the ghost fucking just come out and start like fucking doing the music from Escape from New York that Ernest Borgnine was listening to? Like, are you here? Remember that song?
That would be very original.
You never like open the bathroom door and it's just like, get out, I'm on the shitter. And there's just a ghost there. It's never that.
You never see a ghost dropping a deuce.
Never.
What was the movie where the Barbara Hershey got she got
Entity.
sexually see her tit being mushed.
Yeah,
by a
ghost
ghost.
rape. Yeah, she's
Ghost
just getting
rape.
raped by ghosts.
That's what ghosts should be doing.
Ghost rape was fucking. I mean, I was sitting there going, "Why am I being turned on by ghost rape?"
When you watch that movie, about 20 minutes in, you realize like, oof, this is going to keep happening because there's nothing anyone can do about it. So she gets thrown around the room and raped, and then you're like, they're just going to keep doing it.
gonna keep
No
raping
one's
her.
going to stop them.
And they can just sit there and watch the investigation like they have no idea I'm right here. Cops come in, you're like, "Wah!" and they run out. I would love to be a ghost rapist. It would fucking rule.
Somehow I think that's how you're going to end up anyway.
All I would do is just rape chicks.
Rape. It does seem like there would be
Norton
some great
has the
things
body
to do.
of Casper.
Yeah, well, you got the eyes.
That doesn't make any
It
sense.
just sucks. It just stinks. Chip ruins everything.
Doesn't
You know,
make any
even when you get a good one and you can't just laugh because Chip
No,
will come in and
no.
just smash it.
Fucks the whole
It
thing
just stinks.
I was listening the other day. I'm glad that Valley Jimmy has not taken off.
Yeah,
that is, I think,
The
officially
fuck
the
is
worst
that?
one.
Yeah, I didn't like Valley Jimmy at all.
What is Valley Jimmy?
But he kept doing it. It's Valley Jimmy. It's Jimmy doing old fucking shtick from Valley Girl.
He doesn't
Oh,
like to be
God.
gagged with. utensils.
Spoon.
It's so fucking annoyingly bad.
I hope what happens to you, Anthony. I hope that you go there.
Well,
and
I do too.
You meet a ghost.
Yeah.
An older woman ghost.
Yeah.
That's mad at you because you're sleeping with you have a younger girl in the bed.
Why would the ghost give a shit?
I hope you get raped by an old lady ghost.
Why would the ghost care? And why wouldn't the ghost just make herself young? Why do you have to be a certain age as a ghost? That's stupid.
When you die, that's what you are as a ghost.
Not in Titanic, motherfucker.
What are you talking about?
She fucking died, the old broad, and then she went down to the Titanic, and there was Leonardo DiCaprio waiting for her in the main stairway, and they were both all young.
Did she die in Titanic?
Yeah, what do you think?
She jumped off the boat at the end?
No.
I don't know. She just kind of
threw that diamond off the
That's
other.
right. She threw the
Fucking
thing in.
stupid
Then she went
twat.
back to sleep, and she fucking.
She just dreamed that she was in a boat. Fucking
Yeah.
some millionaire takes her on a trip and she fucks a guy who is hitching a ride.
Yeah, she
I had
fucking
forgotten about that. I have to see it in 3D when it comes out now.
Well, yeah, I got to see it in 3D.
Glad he's
and,
milking that franchise.
Of course, Lucas. Thank God he's putting out another version of Star Wars in 3D.
Starting with the best one, yeah.
Yeah, starting with the best one, the one with Jar Jar. You like that?
Jar Jar. Who told that fucking fat, weak-chinned idiot that was a good character?
I love that Jimmy makes fun of his chin. This makes me laugh.
I know my chins. I don't hide it with a fucking beard like Dumbbell does.
Lucas has a terrible,
His
it's
nickname
like
should be
nothing.
fucking 3-film McGillicuddy.
He is all neck, you're right.
Yeah.
Enough with him.
3-film McGillicuddy.
Enough with him. It's a fucking franchise. We get it.
It's yeah.
A new concept.
I don't get the whole thing of bringing something to 3D when it's not made.
It
for
wasn't
3D.
shot for 3D.
Yeah, so you get a couple of scenes, maybe where it just happened to be coming at the camera, but
Now he'll just redo it and keep adding shit and layering
The only
shit.
one that was good was Avatar. That was the only 3D movie that I was like, this
I
shit
wasn't
is
a big
pretty good.
Fan of the Avatar.
Did you see 3D version though?
The 3D version was
good.
pretty
I
amazing.
saw it with the glasses.
Did you see it with the glasses?
I saw it with the
Were
glasses.
were you on Long Island when you saw it with
My
the
eyes
glasses?
were going crazy.
Gave me
If
a
you-
headache.
I sue everyone.
If you're in your room at night and all of a
Yeah.
sudden the light goes off, what would you do?
Did someone turn it off?
No, it just goes off. What are you going to do?
I would
Do
assume.
you mean starts
that
yelling and talking shit?
the
Goes
bulb.
off?
I would assume the bulb burnt out.
Blew a
Hang on
fuse.
Yeah.
1 second. What'd you say, Jim?
I was wondering if when you said the light goes off, do you mean that it was just talking a lot of shit, like bashing you?
Oh God, that's at least use the chip voice if you're gonna lay down humor such as that. There you go.
Nudge yourself, stupid.
I would probably get startled for a second, but that wouldn't be like one of those ghostly moments where I would freak out.
What if you heard somebody whisper in your ear? Why are you in my bed?
Is it a real person or there's no one there?
Do you know how many times
Nobody's
he's heard that? But instead of bed, they say crib.
Shithead.
I have no doubt that tonight
Norton's on fire today.
The-
He's
wish-
on fire.
the town has certainly seen better days, so I have no doubt that the fact that there's going to be all these people in a 1 block radius,
Yeah.
everyone who has some scam is going to be out tonight. So I'm very
right.
curious to see
Oh, that's pretty cool.
how
Yeah.
everyone's going to be trying to make a few bucks.
Yeah.
Get your ghost pictures here. Get your ghost pictures.
Get your amulets to protect you from the hauntings.
I'm gonna buy one.
Here's
I
your
need an
elixirs.
amulet.
Drink your elixir before you see the haunted movie.
Yeah. I saw a ghost. There'll be one guy telling ghost stories and nobody will give a fuck.
Holy water. Get your holy water.
Yeah.
You think?
Just
Yeah.
a priest, some fat priest. I have holy water and crucifixes.
The guy like in the business next door trying to alert like the real ghosts are over here. Don't listen to that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that's,
trying to
you
draw
know,
the business
yeah.
away from the peddler.
All hotels say they're haunted, but this is, a haunted dry cleaner. Now, that's like
where
crazy.
did you? Where do you know where the most hauntedest is?
Yes.
How do you say that?
I do.
Most haunted.
Haunted place.
There's 2 spots. One of which is when in my movie the most haunted room in the story is the honeymoon suite, and it just is because it's about a woman who killed herself on her wedding day.
Ooh.
And we shot it in this room only
Was her name
because
Bonnie?
I only picked the room because it was on the 3rd floor at the end of a hallway, and it was big enough to do a dolly shot. So it was
Right.
just technical reasons, so I could film it the way I wanted to. And then when we wrapped shooting, I found out that room is actually the most haunted room in the hotel.
Really?
So it's a coincidence that I picked that room, but when you add all those other things up, like the
wanna
doors
stay
and
there.
whatever, it's it's weird. And then they say the basement is pretty haunted as
Would you
well.
stay in the basement?
No.
That's what you want to do.
there.
Why don't you go in the
I'll walk
basement?
down
You
there.
should stay in the basement.
Other people go.
You should stay in the fucking basement.
No, why would I do that?
This is what you do. You go to the basement, have everybody leave
until
Just
dawn.
Hang out there
Till
for
dawn,
a couple.
when the sun comes up.
Hang out there for a couple.
The whole
film it.
night.
Film it. The night.
The night. You stay for the night, dude.
Well, I got
You should film it.
my iPhone.
From the dusk through the night.
They come down, find you drinking,
Get
throwing
it.
bricks everywhere.
Yeah, the ghosts are all hanging out, fucking dropping N-bombs. Because they're all from the 1800s. What do you mean they let those people vote now, Anthony's like, I know!
Did you say? Are you saying I would have a good time hanging out with those ghosts?
Yeah, the ghosts from the 1800s would tell you you're too conservative. Like, dude, you got to lighten up a little bit.
You think we're scary?
Jeez,
No,
a little heavy-handed, aren't you, Tony?
I think with all the cameras that everybody has, it's like UFOs. All the cameras. You'd get UFOs and ghosts and Bigfoot if they existed.
But they have some. I mean, I've seen some stuff on YouTube. I'm not saying I don't know what the fuck it is, but there's some stuff on YouTube that you're like, whoa, that's pretty
How about
weird.
definitive proof of a ghost, not a fucking lens flare or something?
I've seen some creepy shit on, that show Ghost Adventures. I mean, there's a brick flies across the room and a piece of wood, but it goes up and over. It's not like it's falling down, which you could be, that fell off or something. It gets up and over, which is
almost like it was on a string.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Right?
They had Why isn't it on the news then?
They
found ghosts throwing bricks. All of a sudden, where were they? We in Watts in 1968?
They were on the news. It was on the local news for the show.
All of them were hitting Reginald Denny's head.
Yeah, there was a ghost that threw a toilet at a trucker.
You guys
didn't lock his doors in the ghetto.
Go ahead, mock the ghost.
I'm not mocking the
You
ghosts.
are mocking the ghosts.
No, I'm not.
And
Ghosts are cunts.
Anthony is mocking the ghosts.
Also, watching that Bigfoot show, like the famous Bigfoot footage, I don't like how he just saunters away. Like there's two guys with guns on horses that are humans to this giant creature, and it's just like, and it has that swagger to
Yeah,
its
that
walk.
little swagger. He walks away, and it's
an
like
admitted
back in the
hoax, by the way.
'70s. They
Is it
would have
now?
shot
Yes.
him. They would have shot him. Those old
And ate him.
fucking
They tried. I was
codgers.
watching a series of them on the History Channel. It was that, and then it was Champ.
They would have sold his pelt.
Oh, yeah,
Which is like the Loch Ness Monster of Lake Champlain.
Yeah, that's not true.
Nessie is not real, although there's been some amazing. But the surgeon's photo, which was the most famous photo of Nessie, was he said on his deathbed was a hoax, and he said how he did it.
Yeah, when you get a bunch
It was
of
his cock, right?
Yeah, that
No,
was it.
it was
He
an
was on
upside-
his back. He bent his dick.
A weird piece of wood that was upside down. It was something that just looked. The shadow of it looked. Look up Nessie.
Yeah.
What is it?
Surgeon's photo.
What
of
is it?
Nessie.
Was that taken in the day or the night?
Yeah, it was. It was at dusk probably, or it was black and white. It's hard to tell.
What's weird though is there's not much difference between like if Nessie was real and like a crocodile. Like if you had never seen a crocodile before, it'd be the craziest
It'd be a monster.
you'd ever
Right.
seen.
Crocodiles.
We just
Yeah.
got used to it. So
They're
I don't know.
dinosaurs.
But I mean, I'm sure somewhere in like the Congo or the Amazon, like way in there where no one can go, there's got to be some weird
Something
things
that
we've
we
never
don't
seen
know
before.
about.
Yeah. Like you actually walk into a piano bar in Scotland and you see the Loch Ness Monster, but everybody there's just used to it. He's just.
Why would he be in a piano
That's
bar?
the
though?
odd part, and he's just dumping water on himself because he hates being dry.
This just works.
The waitresses hate him. His area is always sloppy and wet.
More water, yeah.
He doesn't tip because he has no pockets. He's just this monster.
Yes.
Tinkles on the
So
floor.
you-
I think with all the cameras that everybody has now years ago we got a bunch of UFO photos, and the odds that you were going to see one and have a camera on you were astronomical, and they still found places where there were these UFOs. Now, anything that happens of any significance, there's fucking video of it somewhere.
But there are stuff.
How come there's
there
no
is some
UFOs?
fucking-
clusters and weird stuff I've
Yeah.
seen.
Oh, those fucking pin lights that no one could see what they
No,
are.
there are some of them that do move in a weird.
I
When
wanna
they're
see-
reported from a bunch of different areas at once,
Yeah.
then I tend to have.
I'm sure that the UFO when we do, they're not going to have the Jetson sound. There's
I
one-
want to see
there's one-
that. I want to see a
Was
whole
that Steve's
fucking,
Prius?
You have a, yeah, that's right.
There's-
That was Steve.
when pilots report them, I find them more credible.
Pilots.
Yes.
They have
and
one,
entire theories is.
they have one in a volcano. This volcano erupted, and
Yeah.
they have a photo of a ship inside of the
Dr.
blast.
Yeah.
Inside of the blast, like lights, and it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like,
Where's this photo?
it's on the internet.
Can you Google it?
I
You're lying.
I swear to God, it was just on.
They did a whole show on it in UFOs, and it was that was that fucking creeps me out. You see, I mean, a volcano's erupting, and there's actually lights inside of the volcano, like a ship.
The craziest thing is Betty and
Ship,
Barney
I said
Hill.
ship, not chip.
Betty and Barney Hill is probably one of the most outrageous fucking things that ever happened. Fucking black and white couple back in the 60s. It's crazy.
Interracial couple that was taken aboard. Apparently they lost some time. A ship. And they said that they were a fairly believable case because they came out of hypnosis. Like, both of them, I think, had to be hypnotized. And she was describing a needle in the stomach test that they were giving her. And they said that
maybe his dick had hurt her lower abdomen.
And she said it was they said that we're checking to see if you're pregnant, but it was a pregnancy test that wasn't done. Medicine hadn't invented that yet. So again, it may be nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was her father making sure there weren't any problems?
Yeah, it was probably Betty and Barney Hill probably just hiding from fucking. Look at that.
From life. What is
my
that?
God.
What was the guy's name that they made that Fire in the Sky movie about?
Oh, right, yeah.
logger guy.
Travis. Wait. No.
Dr. Gay?
No, not. Oh my God. Is it?
Let me say. Walton? Travis Walton?
Travis Walton. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tostito. Travis Bickle. Shut up.
By the way, that's
Fishman.
just a fucking flare on the camera lens, Bob. I'm
Is
looking
it?
at that terrible video.
Who put it out? J.J. Abrams?
It really isn't. There's nothing UFO-ish about
Are
it.
you reading the comments?
Boy loves the lens flare.
That's not it.
Good, I hope not, because that was a dud.
You a fan of the lens flare, Ty?
Well, at times. I feel like it's maybe, I think J.J. Abrams, I think he retired it.
Oh, really?
I think he's done 2 in a row with every lens flare you could have.
Every single one. I like the nice blue one that goes across the whole screen.
Yeah, those are those anamorphic lens
Yeah,
ones where you get
anamorphic.
that
And then,
Why does he use that?
And then I like the big round red ones that then leave the little bubbles that kind of move
I believe
around.
those are
it.
from the spherical lenses.
Yes, very good. Oh, yes.
What's
Lots
a really
of
good
them.
camera to use to shoot something relatively inexpensively that looks really good? The 5D's good?
Yeah, the 5 and the 7D are good, and they probably have a new one now.
I thought
What's
the
better,
5D's
5 or
better than
7?
the 7D.
I've heard that too.
Someone will probably correct me, but I believe that the 5D, 7D I think can shoot 24p, whereas the 5D I think only shoots 29.97. So it I think has a little bit better
What's
of
the
a time.
difference?
It's just different frame rates. Remember how forever you always like, why do soap operas look different than movies?
Yeah.
It's because they were shot on video, which is shot at 29.97, and film is shot at 24 frames per second. So there's sort of a different, or if you see like British TV, that's shot at 25 frames, which is PAL, and it always looks a little different.
What's better?
There is not a better. People generally prefer 24 frames because we're more accustomed to it. So 7D does 24, I think, better.
People always want their videos to have a film look to them,
Yeah,
yeah.
We just become 29.7 for us has been like we've just associated with video for so long.
Right.
So 24 helps with that. But I think those cameras are good. But now I think you can even rent Reds and Alexas for really cheap now. But you need
Is a Red really good?
The resolution is really high. It's more complicated. Like you can take a Canon 7D and to some degree point and shoot with it, which a Red you can.
Yeah, but you can only run those for 12 minutes at a time. You can only do video for 12 minutes, and then you only have to shut it off and shut it right back, turn it right back on.
Why?
Because it's not made to run for like an hour straight. It will heat up. It gets too hot. So
Theoretically, an AC would be swapping batteries.
yeah,
and things
that's
like
why the cameras are bigger because they have they cool off. They have all kinds of shit in there to keep. But the 5D and the 7D, you're at around 12 minutes, you have to shut it down.
Whoa.
5 and 7D?
You just have to hit on and off and on. I mean, and then that's it.
Really?
So, yeah.
Not with the Red, you don't.
Because I'm thinking he's
Did you
shooting
notice
my.
that as he was saying that, he was doing the exact same motions in the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
So as
that's
he was
ghostly.
waving, it was a
Holy
haunted connection
shit.
there.
I don't
What if you
like
looked
those.
on here and it was actually me?
Is
And I
it
was a
not?
ghost.
Is that
We'd
how
be
you would
much
act?
happier.
You don't mean that, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's just terrible.
Wish Bob was a ghost.
Why is he waving
That's
to
just
the ghost?
Dude, what's wrong? Why would you say that?
Just could be fun to see you trying to haunt the place and everyone going, shut up. Whoa, whoa, dude.
how would I? Dude. No, it would be like this. Dude. You know what, dude? Yeah. Dude.
Boom, you got your afterlife, you got your haunting. Boom, dude.
Dude.
I saw a ghost. His leg was broken. He was bitching about it.
Dude,
The ITV's coming out. I'm missing it.
I walked through a wall, dude.
Dude, the ITV.
I snapped my misty knee, dude.
My misty knee.
Yeah.
Oh, I picked up a couple of those GoPro cameras and that 3D thing. It's hilarious. I just kind of went around my house yesterday, and then converted it to 3D, put on the dopey glasses. It looks pretty cool.
work?
Yeah, it's fucking fun. It gives it some depth. It was like,
Those
flying
Go
around
Camp,
the house.
really, like a couple $100. They work great,
GoPro.
right?
Yeah, and they come in the waterproof case. I'm going to take it on the cruise with me, and we'll do when we swim around with them dolphins.
Oh, right.
Put that on. And
I had one of those
You,
cameras.
you should attach it to the dolphin. You know you can do that.
Oh, how about that?
You don't have to ask. You just
Oh,
grab the
yeah,
camera
sure.
and strap it to its fucking nose.
Strap it. How about I just put a dart on it and stick it in?
Stick it right in its hole?
Yeah, right in a blowhole in a
Yeah.
fucking eye or something.
Yeah.
What? You watch it bleed.
Do you ever
Punch
get
it.
one of those still cameras, those like lenticular ones that you take the photos with and then you mail it away and they mail you back the kind of like, the lenticular hologram, not holograms, but
right,
those
that,
3D
What does
things.
lenticular mean?
It's those like sometimes they're on book covers or DVD covers where it's like you kind of do this and it looks thredimensional.
Oh, when you move it back and forth. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's got depth
There's
to
like
it.
cameras you can buy, like it's the kind of thing you get at like Urban Outfitters or something like that at the register, and you're like, all right, and you mail it away and they mail you back all of them. They work pretty well.
Wow, I didn't even
it's
know
fun
those.
one time, and then you're like,
Yeah, then you just, what am I going
Well,
to
that's
do?
it's like 3D. I mean, your camera, you'd use it once.
No,
it's like
I'm
night
gonna-
vision. Use it once to get a blowjob, and you see the veins in her fucking vagina. You see the veins feeding her pussy up, going up her thigh. You're like, I'm fucking out. I'm tapping out.
Ah, shit. No, I'm gonna do the Compound podcast in 3D. I'm gonna do a whole show in 3D.
What do
and
you-
I'm just
why
gonna sit
do you
there
have to have-
because I'm just gonna sit there and like throw rolled up paper at it and fucking.
You know, do we have to have glasses
and
to
get a
watch your show
sword.
now?
Yeah. You're gonna need
Are you-
like the 3D glasses.
Are you gonna get Anthony Compound 3D glasses?
No, you gotta fucking fund them yourself. They're all
Really?
over. There's no problem.
So we're
getting
gonna have to go
3D
see a
glasses.
kids movie just to
Although
watch
you
your
could
fucking
you
show.
need to brand them. You could have
Yeah,
swastikas on both
I really
ends.
get swastikas.
Jesus,
that's a nice Nazi. Yeah, I'll have swastikas
Well,
coming
you're a
at
fan
you.
of the
It'll
era,
be-
that's all it
I'm a
is,
fan of
yeah.
the era. It was
how-
not any ideology. I just
I hope you get possessed by a black ghost tonight.
look at you.
I hope
Oh,
a
and
black.
Anthony comes
like
in
you
black.
did, like you did when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Only it wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, it was a gardener.
Someone's
Gardener.
planting
Yeah.
a
What
gun
do you
on
think
the
I was
dead
a
ghost you shot.
My family was a millionaire.
No,
I didn't.
I don't think your family was a millionaire. I just think your gardener raped your asshole. I didn't say he was employed by your family. He probably just wandered into your fucking broken screen door.
How'd you know I had a broken screen door?
Because you look molestable, and everyone who was molested had a broken screen door.
Oh, really?
That's true.
Sure.
Prerequisite.
I'll
Too busy
Google it.
raping you to fix it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I really hope you get fucking possessed.
I don't want to get possessed.
Yeah. It's
I don't
gonna
want
happen.
to see a ghost. I
I
don't
already-
want to fucking. I just
You
want
do
to
wanna see
stay
a
there. I want to
ghost.
party.
I actually-
It's gonna be party. It's
gonna be a
fucking
party,
be
yeah.
a party.
It
I
should
mean,
be a good time.
ghosts don't like parties.
They do.
Fucking,
They do
it
like
scares them away
parties.
like fish.
They do like them. And
They're
then
like
late
fish,
at
they get
night,
scared.
this is what's going to happen. And when it's all said and done, you go
Late at
back
night
to your
before
room.
the sun comes up,
and
you
be
dummy.
Yeah, right. Late at night, you're going to be in your bed by yourself
For the night.
and that's
Yeah. Stay for the night.
and that's when it's going to happen.
I hope that the ghost shows up at dawn just to prove the theory wrong.
Oh yeah. Hey Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or the
that
4,
made
the 4
it. That
p.m.
is-
ghost.
That is. How come there's no ghosts at fucking in the daytime?
Ever? Oh.
Yeah, ever.
There's
No,
like in every movie, there's no ghost that attacks during the day.
yeah, it wouldn't be as scary now.
How
would
come
it?
ghosts don't just show up where there's a lot of people? Like, how come they never show up at a flash mob and haunt, like when someone's grabbing a Butterfingers?
Yeah.
Some weird place.
Tokyo could be the most haunted place. That like Times
Yeah,
Square.
they're all packed in. Times Square, right? Ghosts in Times Square. No. It's always some fucking half-abandoned house. No one there. What a load of
You know what
shit.
was a scary movie? Was that one with John Cusack, who I don't like. The room, whatever. Oh, the ghost is making me go.
14,
1408.
That was
1408.
scary because then all of a sudden you can't leave the room. Like, that was fucking horrifying.
The short story of that is actually really. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie because it turns into the weird, like the painting. It just kind of goes overboard.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the story, there's this thing that keeps happening where the phone keeps ringing, and the person on the other line is just like number 9, and then he hangs up, and they just keep calling and counting down, and that's
Oh,
really,
that's
it's
pretty
really
fucking
creepy.
creepy.
And that's
Number
very
9 for
Stephen.
what?
It's just some weird Stephen King stuff. That's what people keep saying on the phone, and they keep counting down numbers.
Yeah.
It's really creepy. When you're reading it at home, you get really creeped out.
Before it went overboard, that was a really creepy movie. And I liked the initial exchange, too, between him and who was running
Sam
the hotel?
Jackson.
Samuel
Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah. Samuel Jackson. Yeah, that was funny.
I was in what the fuck, Louisville, and they put you in this old hotel. Really, they have a Al Capone room in this restaurant called the Oak Room. He had his
Did
own.
they think he'd come back when you walked in?
Well, they had.
I want him dead. I want his family dead.
And
And I went up to the 10th floor, and they said that's where this lady in a blue dress jumped through in the elevator shaft, killed herself because her husband or something happened. Her husband got in a car accident, and he was supposed to die. He didn't die. It was just a fuck up. He actually he got hurt real bad, and then she just said fuck it and killed herself. I went up to the 10th floor by myself, and I got fucking goose pimples.
Were you like all scared?
Yeah, but I don't know if that was my own. If it's your own head,
Yes, it was. We know it was your own.
I'm
What else
telling
is
you,
it? What else
ghosts,
is it?
Electricity.
There was
They
no-
use electricity.
There was no ghost lady.
Ghost lady in a
Ghost
blue
lady
dress.
jumping in a blue dress.
I hope you both get haunted.
No.
It make me so
laugh at
happy.
ghosts
I
are
don't want to get
queers.
haunted. Oh, right.
Fuck ghosts.
You think that? Please let it happen.
Oh,
Ghosts
A ghost,
are fucking
a
Peter
ghost wouldn't even
pumpers.
have to change his form to possess him.
Yeah? Maybe he'd crawl in your mouth or something.
What? Just sucks. It's like, you get a good one in and Chip's got to just step on it. Damn, man. He's a fucking party pooper.
Unbelievable.
And it's not Chip, by the way.
Who is it?
Peppy Sinclair.
Yeah, he's calling himself Peppy Sinclair now. I
I
don't even know where
refuse.
this fucking came from.
I refuse.
What a name, Peppy
It's just
Sinclair.
more show busy.
And Chip.
Trying to
Stage
get an
name.
agent.
That's Peppy Sinclair.
So,
Yeah, so,
so tonight is your movie premiere. This-
well, the movie's out already. So if you're listening to this and you want to see the movie, you can go see it. But tonight specifically is this Torrington premiere.
Where can I go see it? In New
Village
York?
East, downtown.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm going to go check it out this
Yeah,
weekend.
you should definitely check it out.
And it's
Very
scary,
cool.
though. It's
Yeah,
fucking
The end of it's
scary.
scary. I mean, it's relatively lighthearted for the first half, and then because it's about these nerds that work at this haunted hotel that's going out of business.
Are you in it?
I'm not in it.
Okay.
And-
Not to say, I didn't mean to. I'm not like,
Like what?
What are you implying?
well, he said nerds, and I go, you in it immediately.
Oh, I
I was
see.
like, I didn't
Yeah.
want to say that. I wasn't saying that.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's Sarah Paxton is the lead, and Pat Healy's the other lead, and it's these two.
That's great.
They're kind of doing this low budget ghost hunting, and they get in over their heads.
That's great.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
creepy.
so far so good. I'm looking.
I
forward
actually
to
like when they fucking do. I just watched one the other night about ghost hunters. This lady, and I forget what the fuck it was called. I think it was called The Death of a Ghost Hunter. It was kind of cheesy.
to the point.
though.
Yeah.
It was, but there's
Spoiler in
the
the
actress
title.
in it was fucking so horrific. I kind of like it. It's just she come in and
Really bad?
deliver her lines like with just the emotion. Like she come in and be like happy, "Hi, how are you?" "Yes," and then she'd be angry. "Why would you do that?" And make the face that goes along with it.
I was watching Ed Wood a couple of weeks ago, and then I decided to just watch, because I hadn't seen it in a while, Plan 9 from Outer Space. And the original movie is better than the goof that they did in Ed Wood. It's so horrifically bad. And everyone knows, the sets and everything, but the acting, I love the cops are my favorite part, because the guy is supposed to be a detective, and he's got his 6-gun down by his hip, and he's waving it around, like just pointing at his guys. "All right, you, take off over there and to look over that way." And he's using the barrel of his gun as a pointer. And then one of the cops goes, "Hey, wait a minute," and scratches his head with the barrel of his gun. He adjusts the brim of his hat. They're just using these guns. These cops, no real gun
Nothing
safety
authentic.
going on there. Yeah. And then a scene where a guy's supposed to be getting into a car, and it's supposed to be night, but all it is a tarp behind the car.
Oh, God,
and you can
really?
see wrinkles in the tarp. It's just
But
so
he thought that
bad.
was his Citizen Kane. Like
Oh,
he
that
meant,
was the best
even
one.
after I was reading all about it, like he ended up making pornos and stuff, like
Oh,
just
yeah,
horrible
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and he always said that was
This is the
his
one they'll
movie.
remember
This
me
is the
for.
one.
I always
Yeah.
in Ed Wood, that one line that always comes up in conversations is that Mexico was a nightmare. Anytime anyone says it's sort of like Chip. Anytime anyone says Mexico, it's like Mexico was a nightmare.
I haven't seen that in years. I want to see it again.
It's so
good.
goddamn
Really
good.
good.
It's a really bold movie that they let him make. I mean, it's like,
yeah.
Tim Burton, after Batman, could do whatever he wanted, so he made this black and white Ed Wood movie with Johnny Depp. I mean, it's like, no one would ever let him do that now. It's pretty insane.
I don't feel good, Eddie.
Martin Landau was so
Landau was
good.
great. Didn't he win Oscar?
Yeah,
for that
sure
one?
he did.
Won the
He
Oscar
got
for
the
that.
nod, as we say.
Ah, yes.
I
the
saw him at a coffee bean in L.A. right before he won that.
Did you say hi to him?
No, I was panic. I panic when I see famous people.
So weren't you in Space 1999? Just
Remember that with the
I
fucking
had a
shitty
Mission
little
Impossible.
models at the
Oh, it was
beginning?
terrible.
It's not really a famous person, but at my hotel last night, do you know who Tim Ferriss is? He wrote a book called The 4-Hour Work Week and The 4-Hour Body. He's doing this book called The 4-Hour Chef right now.
No, loves 4 hours.
He was checking into the hotel at the same time, and I was like, I felt compelled for the first time. I was like, dude, I really like you. I was like, I give your books to people for Christmas and things like that. He's a very nice guy.
And you recognized him?
Yeah.
He was out of his mind
He must
happy
have,
somebody knew him.
he must have been like,
he despite this room not knowing him, he's
despite
relatively
you-
popular.
you
He's one
people.
of the first guys I think invest in Twitter, and he's like a kind of a .com guy that wrote this book called The 4-Hour Workweek about how to manage your time better, and it became a bestseller. And then he wrote The 4-Hour Body about like diet and fitness and things like that. And he's really into like self-experimentation. He's a really interesting guy. Like his books are great. He'd be a good guy on the show because he's
Really? Like-
he like flies to he'll fly to Africa to get weird stem cells implanted in him that you can't do here and things like that. And he gets
Oh,
like
great.
glucose monitors implanted in his side to see how food affects him differently. And he goes and trains with power lifters to see what the minimum amount of working out you can do to put on the most amount of muscle.
Does it
Is he
work
in good
for
shape?
him?
He's in massively good shape.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
And,
Is he in good shape?
But he like learned to run a marathon in like 3 weeks or something like that by like
That's
learning.
only supposed to take a couple hours, though. That's terrible time. Oh, sorry.
It was this first one.
It was
But yeah, I
very
do
long.
recommend his books. I think you'll be interested in them. I hear you sometimes talk about not eating carbs, and there's a big thing about his thing. He calls it the slow carb diet, but it's about not eating refined carbohydrates and things like that. I went into a weird chemistry phase about a year ago and read all these books about biochemistry and nutrition, and his book isn't really science driven. It's more of a lifestyle version, but that's how I came across it.
What's the 4-hour thing about? Like,
It's about doing things in a limited amount of time. Like it's about, a 4-hour work week is about, instead of just constantly refreshing your email all day, you set aside a certain amount of time that you do email, and you
Oh
will
my
actually
God,
find
no, you
yourself to
gotta-
be more productive.
but you got to check it all the time.
Yeah, that's his thing. Is like his life was getting
Curse the
ruined
thought.
because he was working 24 hours.
Is
a
he
day.
OCD?
Not really. He's a strange guy, but it's like he's weirdly self-competitive in a way. So he's trying to maximize his efficiency at all times. I mean, he's a weird dude.
And what's his name?
Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss.
Does he cook in the shower like Kramer? When
Well,
he
his
was on
new book is called
efficiency plan.
It's possible because his new book is called The 4-Hour Chef.
Oh,
and
maybe
so that's what he's
yeah.
in town working on.
Made it in the shower.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of good tips about like diet and fitness. About like if you're trying to lose weight, one way to help is if you put like an ice pack on your chest or the top of your back. It like stimulates hormones that speed up your resting metabolic rate and things like that. And a lot of stuff like that. He did all these
While you're
experiments
working
with
out, you do that?
No,
or-
you just do it while you're watching TV or something for a half hour.
Put ice on your fucking body and you can
Yeah,
become
or you
skinny.
can take like a cold shower, because what it does is your body has to work to bring your temperature back up. So when you're just sitting there, your resting metabolic rate, you burn more fat because your body's trying to bring yourself up to a normal temperature. And also in like this area on the top of your chest, there's some sort of hormone stimulation that causes you to burn more fat. It's pretty interesting.
God, I'd love to not be a fatty and just put ice cubes on my chest while I'm watching TV playing Xbox or something.
I don't know. If I had more time, it would be more time to not do anything.
How much more time would you need?
Exactly.
What do you? How much more time? You
That's
work
what it is.
4 hours a day,
Hey, look.
and then you go home.
I have to commute.
Idle
20
hand
minutes.
to the devil's playground.
Exactly. Oh,
What?
my goodness.
What the
never heard
fuck?
that.
I hate you. I hate you, the person that invented all these people. That's who I hate. Not the people. I hate you now, Jim. Fuck. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
look at
Well,
this
you need
time.
to stop hating everything and just start liking you.
I got reads to do, and we have plugs to do.
Yes.
And
I'm going to be at Gotham Comedy Club.
Gotham. You're doing a live podcast.
Live podcast. You know what, dude?
Just
Named by Jimmy.
Throwing the safety net away there, right?
And
Oh,
what I
boy.
guess it's
Look
gonna
out.
be look out. Hoo-hoo.
I do it all the time.
It's downstairs at Gotham tonight. Show starts at 9:30, 8:30. Doors open. Me, Joe DeRosa, Bonnie McFarlane from My Wife Hates Me, and Bob DeBono playing Rich Voss tonight, 9:30. There's literally, I think like 10 tickets left. So if you're gonna go, fucking call now. Gotham Comedy Club, GothamComedyClub.com, or go to LaughButtonLive.com. Who's actually presenting it? Let me give them a plug. Laugh Button Live.
Italian movie is.
The Innkeepers is in theaters now, and it's also on VOD. So if you're not in one of our cities, go check it out on VOD. And tonight, the Torrington premiere. And The House of the Devil, my other movie, is on Netflix Instant. So.
I'm gonna watch it tonight, man.
All right, if you like that one,
it's
you'll
on
probably like the new one. So.
That's great. I love fucking horror movies. I love independent horror movies. Fuck, so
That's
good.
How was Sundance? You went there, right?
It was good. I have another
Yeah.
movie there called VHS. It's like
Yeah,
an anthology
yeah.
movie. We had people panic. Like we had 2 people pass out in the theater and then start puking all over the place.
What the fuck was that about?
I'd love to say that we scared them so much, but I think it was
They
the
were
altitude
diabetic?
sickness. But yeah, this guy got up and he had to run out of the theater. And when he got to the lobby, he just ate it on the floor. And then his
Wow.
girlfriend came out in panic and started throwing up.
On
We had
his
to call
back?
the paramedics.
Holy
and so
shit.
It was great press for us, but it was quite the scene.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And you're going to be haunted tonight.
Yeah, I'm going tonight. I'm going to check it out.
So you'll have
hotel,
stories tomorrow.
The Yankee Peddler. And hopefully I just have a nice story of a nice party.
I hope you wake up tomorrow with 3 scratches on your back. The scratches of the Trinity, as they call it.
The fuck
That's
is
what they call
that?
it. That's what they call it.
It is not.
That's what they call. They do. They call it the Trinity.
Oh, please.
that-
You have the scale of the Trinity. Say 300.
Oh wow.
Or something.
Yeah,
No.
scales like a snake or
That didn't work.
something.
Trying to make a joke here.
I will be in
Failed
Atlanta
miserably.
this February 16th through 18th. The Punchline, Caroline's, March 29th through April 1. And of course, Patrice's CD is out as of yesterday on iTunes, Mr. P. So buy it. Just download it because it's a great work of comedic art.
Very good. Bobby, thank you so much.
Oh, is that it?
Ty,
We're done?
I'll see you. I got to read.
Yeah,
some
you're
shit.
upset because you have that all
Yeah.
queued up to play your
I had it all
volcano
queued
ghost
up.
proof.
Volcano thing. I
Put
found
a
it.
fork in us. We're
And,
done, Bob, right?
All right. Go to
Okay.
RobertKellyLive.com. I'm in Vegas the end of the month and Reno and
Find
next
out
week.
we're done, and he's just like a plug animal now.
Valentine's Day. I'm going to be in Florida, Palm Beach.
Oh, you
the
are.
Improv.
Speaking of Valentine's Day,
One show.
You know it's
Yeah.
Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day.
That's where I'm going to be in Palm Beach.
And if you're like thousands of other
West
men
Palm.
around the country, you still haven't gotten anything for that special person, have you? Nope. Lucky for you. That's the reason Pajamagram's in business. Pajamagram specializes in gift just for her. Like the widely popular Hoodie Footy pajamas. If you're looking for something that shows a bit more skin, you could choose from Pajamagram's collection of sexy pajamas. Better yet, get her the best of both worlds, sweet and sexy gift set. It includes a warm and comfortable hoodie footy along with something sexy like the Midnight Fantasy short set. Buy a sweet and sexy set today and save $50. Order today. Pajamagram's going to guarantee that she gets it Valentine's Day. Pajamagram, they got lots of pajamas for the perfect Valentine's Day. Every Pajamagram is delivered in free gift packaging. Tuesday's Valentine's Day delivery guaranteed. So visit pajamagram.com or give them a call 1-800-GIVE-PJS.
You want to hear the new Chipper Radio promo?
Yeah. What does it sound like? All right. Sounds good. I like it.
No, it doesn't. It's too quiet.
Sally,
No?
this is a dead CD. Well, in the meantime,
You're full of shit.
not full of shit. Talk about that.
Oh, wait a minute. I love this. Guys hate Valentine's Day. They do. There's too much pressure to get that gift. But with Steven Singer, you're going to get the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. He's got real long stem roses dipped in 24-karat pure gold. Go online. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Pick the traditional Valentine's Day red rose or one of his premium colors. Then choose your very own personalized message of love and order now. Order now. Shipping is still free. That's right. And there's no better time to order. Do it now. You're going to get free shipping. Get it before Valentine's Day. You're going to get a rose dipped in 24-karat pure gold, enclosed in a beautiful gift box, shipped for free, and they're guaranteed to last forever. Listen up. Here's the important part. Oh, yeah. You're going to want a certain color, right? And they're going to sell out. You lose. But if you order now and get done with it, you're going to get it. Steven makes your Valentine's Day shopping so easy. Get your gold dipped rose today. It's only $69.
I have one.
Oh, good.
I have one.
Ah,
My wife loved it.
very proud of you. That's good. It is. Give him a call. 1-800. No, not 800. I'm sorry. Don't dial 1-800. 1-888. I hate Steven Singer. 1-888. I hate Steven Singer. Or better yet, just go to the website. Then you can see pictures of it. I hate StevenSinger.com.
I would
try
like
again.
to do Tiny just because it'd be fun to
Hang on.
someone that.
Is that the show?
No, that's not. You want to hear the new Sick Fucking Puppies song?
No, I want to hear me do with the last fucking read.
You got
So
more
we
than
get
one last read. That's the problem.
Holy shit.
I'll
Yeah.
do one.
This is ponderous.
Give me one. I'll do one.
Okay, here, Jim. You need.
Yeah, enough
Oh,
of
Jimmy. All right, let's
What's up, buddy?
get Jimmy's reading
Hi, sweetie.
prowess.
The official countdown to Valentine's Day is here. February 14th is just around the corner. Send your Valentine giant, freshly dipped strawberries from Shari's Berries, starting at $19.99. We have a
Ooh.
box of them here. That's over a 40% savings. Go to berries.com, click on the mic, and type in Opie. This way they know who sent you. These enormous mouth-watering berries are dipped in white milk chocolate and dark milk chocolate goodness and topped with chocolate chips, decorative swizzles, and nuts. They're fantastic. There's still time to have berries delivered on Valentine's Day, but you have got to place your order right away. Plus, you can double the berries for just $10 more. So don't be an ass. Save over 40% now. To access the special $19.99 Sharry's Berries offer, call 866-FRUIT-02. Or visit berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Click on the microphone in the top right corner and type in Opie. You got to see these enormous berries for yourself. They're like freak berries. That's berries.com. Click on the microphone and type in Opie. Do it now. It expires midnight on Friday.
Eric, hit a sweeper.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hit a sweeper separate.
Hit a sweeper there.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Valentine's Day is Tuesday. If you're like thousands of other guys around the country, boy, you still haven't gotten anything, have you? You got that special person, you got nothing. Lucky for you, that's why there's Pajamagram. Pajamagram, they specialize in gifts just for her, like the wildly popular Hoodie Footy pajamas. If you're looking for something that says, hey, I want to see you in Hoodie Footies, it's Hoodie Footies. That's how I talk about it. If you're looking for a girl in a hoodie footy, get her a hoodie footy. Well, you know what? You might want something a little more sexy. Yeah. Get the best of both worlds, the sweet and sexy gift set. It includes a warm and comfortable hoodie footy along with something sexy like the Midnight Fantasy shorts set. Buy a sweet and sexy set today and you're going to save $50. Order today. Pajamagram's going to guarantee that she gets it for Valentine's Day, so you look like a hero. Pajamagram. They got lots of pajamas. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Every Pajamagram is delivered in free gift packaging. Tuesday is Valentine's Day, people. What are you doing? Delivery's guaranteed, so go to pajamagram.com. Give PJs. 1-800-GIVE-PJS.
This
Yeah, take another one. Yeah, no. Look, it's separated.
Do you know what day this Tuesday is?
No, I have no clue. Is it Christmas?
It's Christmas time.
Oh, wow.
Valentine's Day is next Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
And there's still time to do the right thing. Get a huge reaction. Score big points and go big with the new Big Hunk of Love Bear from Vermont Teddy Bear. Yes. And when they say big, boy, do they mean it. This teddy bear, over 4.5 feet tall. Yup. He's big. He's soft. And the best part, he's available for a limited time for only $99. The Big Hunk of Love Bear comes with the famous Vermont Teddy Bear lifetime guarantee. So if you want the big reaction and the big reward, get the Big Hunk of Love Bear from Vermont Teddy Bear for Valentine's Day. Vermont Teddy Bear also has hundreds of other classic teddy bears for Valentine's Day. Delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's nice. Visit VermontTeddyBear.com or you give them a call. Talk to a friendly bear counselor. 1-800-829-BEAR. 1-800-829-BEAR.